Here we are, mate, out at Game Over. There's a big assortment of cars. It's good that we're filming an intro earlier on in the piece while there's some cars here.
Yeah.
It helps.
Yeah, it does help, definitely.
What do you reckon? I can already see a few here that are pretty impressive.
Yeah.
What do you reckon we get out and have a chat? Maybe we can have a chat to Mitch and the enemy.
Yeah, that
See if we can get him on
beautiful.
camera.
Oh, I think he can do it.
It's a nice car, and I think there's plenty of people that have wanted to see that car.
Yeah.
We've had that in a few videos, and it's been one of my favourites.
Yeah, well, just the amount of detail that's gone into it, it's insane. So let's get into it.
All right, let's do it. G'day Mitch, thanks for having a chat to us on camera. I know you weren't overly keen, but we got you in here and we're going to have a quick talk about your car, the Enemy. Now, we've seen this in a few videos. I think I mentioned at Napa, it was my favourite of the night.
Yes.
And now I've just spotted it in Street Machine as well this month. It's just come out, so
yes,
you're all
exactly.
over the place. But look, let's just talk a little bit about what's under the bonnet at the moment, because this is running some serious power.
Yeah, it does right. It's pretty reliable. All under the bonnet, obviously. Makes over 1,000 horsepower at the wheels. But yeah, turnkey, reliable, go every day.
And twin turbo?
Yes, twin. They're not real big, just 67, 66
Right.
precision turbos.
Is it an LSX?
It is an LSX. It's 454 LSX, so 7.4 litres in a small block.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Plenty of fun. Yeah.
And what box you got in there as well?
It's a Turbo 400 built by ProTrans, Fred at ProTrans, and I've converted it all to paddle shift like a BMW, just something a little different.
Because that's pretty interesting. That's something very different. Now it's got the paddle shift. You've got like a push button panel on there for it.
Yes.
How's that controlled?
All right, it uses a power wire from the horn to activate the paddle shift, and then it's Bluetooth controlled from the steering wheel to the control box.
And responsive?
As soon as you're thinking about hitting it, it's changing gears.
Really? That's
Yeah,
impressive.
it's beautiful. Yeah, it's really nice.
And what about the diff? How do we get all this down to the road?
All right, the diffs are competition engineering, full floater, 35 spline, 3.5 diff gears with a S-Track centre, 1350 unis. I don't get the power to the ground.
Yeah, right. It's already too much.
Yeah. It wants traction, but it doesn't.
And it's running E85.
Yes.
Yep. And this is not. You drive it out here. It gets around on the road.
Yes.
And now I see it at all the big shows, but you're not afraid to drive it.
No, I've got over 2,000 Ks on it since Summer Nats.
Yeah.
I drove it out to Boonler and back last weekend. I want to take it out roll racing out at Willowbank in the next couple of weeks. But yeah, it's get in it and go. I'd drive it to Sydney now.
Right, that's amazing, and that's That's really impressive that it is out and driven, not hidden, as they say.
No, definitely driven. Yeah, got to drive it.
And hopefully we get to spot it out at roll racing. I'll try and get some footage of that if you're out there.
Yeah, I won't say it won't be the fastest car there, but just go out and have some fun for sure.
No, I love it. And now you've done all this fabrication yourself as well, like?
Yes, I've done all the fabrication to the car. The only thing I didn't do was paint and panel and interior. So.
And there's a fair bit to it, like the intercooler where you've got that mounted under the front. You've completely redone that whole panel.
Yeah, it's a completely uncut car. It's not cut to modified or anything. It's standard wheel tubs. You can actually pull the whole car apart, put it back to factory standard.
And that's what you wanted to do. That was the whole idea.
Yeah, that's why there's no cages or harnesses or anything like that in it. So I couldn't bring myself to cut up a nice car.
Yeah, fair enough. How long did it take you to build?
7 years.
7 years. So there is a lot of blood, sweat and tears into this.
Corona, yeah.
A lot of Corona.
A lot of Corona.
That's awesome. So. What got you into cars? Where'd you start?
I think I was going to grade 8 at Bentley High and ended up buying a Street Machine magazine. Actually, no, it was a Street and Strip magazine.
Back in the day, yeah.
Street and Strip magazine, and buying one of them on the way to school, and it just sort of escalated from there. So.
What was your first car?
I don't know if I want to say that. It was a VC Valiant Ute with a 265 Hemi in it.
No, that's all right. That's not a bad place to start, to be honest.
Little 3-speed in it, and spent a lot of money on that.
On the tree?
No, on the floor.
It was on the floor.
Yeah, no.
Bit flash.
It was a bit of fun, and then I think second or third car was a little blown hatchback Toronto.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
so you quickly stepped up in the world.
Yeah, and then hated cars for a bit because I had no money, and hated cars and give it all away and give it a miss for a few years, and then started to get back into it.
Look, really thank you for coming on and having a chat, and we'll continue to get more and more footage of this. As I said, we'll catch you out at roll racing.
I'll take for a spin.
That'd be great. We'll be keen. I'll be terrified.
Not a driver at all.
Thanks, Mitch.
Thank you very much.
G'day, Nigel. Thanks for having a chat to us. I saw this roll in and I had no idea what it was.
Yep.
I've not seen anything like this before. So, and it's a delivery.
It is.
Number plate's delivery. It was telling me what it was.
Yep.
So where did this come from?
It started off in California. We shipped it over in 2014. We had it sit around for about 12 months until we worked out what we wanted to do with it, and started from there. We did a donor car, which was a 71 series Jag,
Right.
V12.
Yeah.
And that was the basis of it. So the front suspension and the rear suspension is all Jag. We did a 5.5-inch roof chop, pancaked the bonnet, added the overriders into the front guards for the air intake, extra overriders onto the front bar, suicided the doors, put Cadillac rear quarters on it, which were 49 Cadillac rear quarters, added an extra 2 inches into them. It's got a 59 Chevy Impala dash, which was cut by 300mm, welded back in.
So this is really unrecognisable from what it was originally.
It is. Very people pick it up.
Yeah.
And but it's not just the cost of the car. It's what it costs you outside of that. I had to buy the wife a car, a Mustang boat,
Yeah.
a Bali hut.
A lot of bribery.
That's it.
And local to the Gold Coast, you get around. You've been driving this around for a while.
Yeah, debuted it in 2015. We've driven it to Phillip Island. We drive to Brunswick, drive to Caloundra, It's been to Sydney 3 times. We just drive the wheels off it.
Yeah, how good's that? Another car tonight that's driven, not hidden.
That's it.
So that's good to see. Now, I think the club that you're involved in, that's...
Redneck Scroungers.
Now
Yep,
you got,
I'm the president. So
that's why you're out here heading out some flyers. You do have a run coming up?
Yeah, we got the Redneck Rumble, which is coming up on the 8th of September. So it's just a bit of a quick drive around and a few trophies and a bit of get together.
Excellent. We'll be sure to keep an eye on it, and we'll give it a mention. We'll throw a few links in our videos so people can check that one out as well.
That'll be really good.
So I really appreciate you having a chat to us. Thanks, Nigel.
No worries. Thanks very much.
Thanks, mate.
Thank you.
So that was another video.
Another
Game
video?
over.
Yeah, game over. This was a good little meet. I think Raceline Events put it on. So, no, the cars were impressive tonight. There was some great quality.
They
so,
were, yeah.
So we'll all go for a cruise. They're waiting on us. We're going to go for a cruise, do some laps through surface. Why not? It's Friday night. We might as well do something with it, hey?
Yeah, may as well. So make sure you hit subscribe if you liked it, hit the bell, hit like if you liked the video, hit dislike if you didn't, hit it twice.
That's it.
Yeah, we'll see you in the next one.
Keeping the right line.
You can call me stupid. Yes, you can call me sheep. You can say I'm lazy. You can say I'm weak. You think that using her would get to me. And if you're right, then you're in trouble, D. 'Cause I won't break, no, I know I won't wait. You're in trouble, D. But when it comes to
What's up, Overtakers? Here we are, another episode. We're back again, episode 61 this week. And Dave's
Oh, yeah, we're here.
ready, maybe? How we going,
Uncle Bobby with you this week.
Uncle Bobby?
How we going, people? What's happening in the chat, mate? How many people we got in there? Is there a few people saying good day today?
25 at the moment.
Hopefully you're here with us live. If not, you could be here with us on the podcast. But let's say good day to those that are here with us live.
We got Gary Sparkplug, Marv, James Bayless, Beck. Scrolling down. Make my way through the chat. Johnny Skidpig, Crazy VN, Matty Crick, Sally H, Lynn, Chris Young.
Catching up. There's a lot
There's
of
a
chat
lot
there.
of comments, yep. Trevor Smith, yeah, no, yeah. Okio 20 Racing.
Yeah, no sound in my head.
That's the Hoff.
You've broken me.
Did you plug them in?
Oh, that's a bit better.
Scrolling down.
You still with us?
Mal. Yeah, I was just reading, trying to work out where I'm at. Mal. RMW. How we going?
G'day, guys.
Page. Jason Bales. I think that's everyone.
We've got another week of car news, car stories, a bit of action for everyone. We'll react and tell you what's happening in the news this week, what we've found, a few interesting stories to have a chat about. And we'll let you know what's on this weekend, what's happening. I think we got a bit on, haven't we?
Mm-hmm. Very busy weekend.
We've got a busy few weekends ahead of us. I think we've got a fair bit.
Yeah.
In the weekends ahead. So I think what else have we got to talk about? Anything else? We got the quiz.
James, yeah, of course. The quiz. What's on the local car scene?
Who we got tonight in the quiz?
Marv and Johnny Skidpig.
Marv keeps winning.
Mm-hmm.
Every week he's back. He keeps winning. No one can take him down. Hey? Get on there, guys. Make sure that you're in Discord so you can join in and enter in the quiz and get in on it.
In the chat, James Baylor says, I didn't know that 12-volt Dave was today's special guest.
12-volt Dave. I like that.
Gary Dundas, how you going? Scrolling down. Chris Young didn't make it to the drag strip. We had extreme weather on the weekend. Oh, it's no good. Yana says, are we putting bets on how long it takes for that master piss Dave off?
Yeah, not long. It's getting a bit warm.
The Hoff says, hey, blokes, how's the week been? It's been very good. Very good week. Scotty Sherrington, how you going? Jay-Z life? Evening?
It has been, it was bad weather for us on the weekend too. We didn't get to the drags either.
No.
Drags were called off.
Mm-hmm.
No drags on Saturday, so you didn't make it down the track. We're postponed until
September
19th, I think. September 19th, something
That's
like that.
the date, yep.
Yeah, so you better do a shout out to our major sponsor of the show as well, of the live.
Superformance. They do complete car builds, chassis, independent front suspension, anything pretty much in-house that you can think of, they will do
V8
it.
engines, all fabrication, you name it, the entire build, right?
Yeah.
As well as sourcing hard-to-find parts.
From the United States.
So get on, give those guys a like for us and support them. They support the show.
Mm-hmm.
So Morning Mayhem, Jay-Z, yeah, certainly hoping to be there.
Mm-hmm.
As I haven't told you a bit of an update on that. The car we're meant to be there in.
Yeah, you already told me.
Did I tell you? Yeah. Does have a blown head gasket.
Oh, really?
Oh,
You didn't tell me that one.
yeah.
You
So I
tell
told
me
you I
the car
didn't
we
tell
were
you.
going to be there.
The car's got a blown head gasket and he filled it up with stop leak last night and we'll see how it goes. So we'll find out tonight whether it's going to run. I don't know how far it'll run with the boost and stop leak. But
We'll see.
fingers crossed we'll make it to the track in that one.
Miss Sparkplug's news reporting has donated $40.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Beck. Get on the dono button there, guys. Throw a couple of dollars down below. We do appreciate it. And, we do hope to be out there. Hopefully the car is running for that. Otherwise, if anyone else is looking to take their car out, they better let us know as a reserve and they can take us out for a run.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I reckon it's getting a bit warm here now. So, yeah, we'll get rid of this disguise. Uncle Bobby's leaving us.
The Hoff says the rain was disappointing. Scrolling through. Skidpig says it was too cold to do anything last weekend.
It was a crapper of a day today too. Windy and blowy and horrible. It was a beautiful day yesterday. The rest of the weekend wasn't too bad. I had a great Sunday. I sat around here learning how to use the the big new barbecue smoker, or second-hand one I bought off Marketplace, and cooked a bit of brisket. That was awesome.
James Bayless says, when did you buy a Subaru head gasket?
Yeah.
Yenaya says, stop leak, rest in peace radiator.
Yeah, that could be bad, but we'll see how it goes.
G'day Hodges, how we going? Trevor
Hodgie,
Smith says, how's the weight loss, Dave?
I haven't moved, actually. It was probably to do with all the meat I ate after the smoker. I did have a couple of
James
nights.
Bayless says, oh my God, put it back on.
Which is a scary one, isn't it?
Put the mask back on.
Yeah.
Bayless says, Mal says, take the Skyline to Morning Mayhem. We cannot. It has a roll cage. They won't on the track.
Won't let him on the track for a brekkie laps. He's got to do roll racing or something like that where he's allowed where you're allowed a roll cage, right? So we could take the ute, but we've done that heaps. So, we'll see how we go. Hopefully Greg still gets it going and we're good to go out with Greg. If not, we'll see who else we can put out there, try and get something different. Because, you guys have seen videos of the ute out there before. We need to change it up, right? That's my thoughts. I don't know. What do you reckon?
Yeah, I think so. I think it'd be too much work to take the cage out of the Skyline. So.
Yeah.
And then put it back in.
Oh, yeah, I'd rather risk it. See if they notice as we drive out onto the track before we do that.
It's a lot of petrol, though.
True.
To not do it.
That's true. All right. We'll jump into the next slide because it is just letting us know that it is live show number 61, podcast episode number 7. Have I got those right? I hope so. We're on the podcast. Got the Spotify and everything else happening, so that'll be on there. Factory fitted. Johnny says, just let them know it's factory fitted.
I wish that'd work, but I'm pretty sure they have a fair few Skylines going out there.
Yeah, that's right, Mal. I don't want to go out there and get chopped in the ute again, so we'll have to go out with something different. What else we got to mention? Binder, get on that. Get on the website. Get on the merch. Running out of hoodies. Some there. Grab them before they're all gone.
The super competitive Mirage, it just wouldn't be worth it.
There won't be any more hoodies available until it's going to be like October. So what's in stock is what's in stock till October. It's going to be warm in October, so you're not going to want a hoodie. So you're going to want to get on them
unless you're
now.
from the other side of the world.
Well, yeah, we can do that too, right? We send them internationally as well.
That bling. 57 Chevhead just subscribed.
57 Chevhead, g'day, mate. We're getting close to 4,000 subs as well, so don't be afraid to tell a few people about the channel and get them on board for us. We've got about 90 to go, and we'll hit the 4,000, so pretty big mark to make.
G'day, Rob, Custom Dream Industries. How we going?
G'day, mate. He's just hanging out in the new shed there with his shiny new floor. You mightn't have seen that. I'll have to show you later. Waiting for the shed skids, Rob. We'll jump into the stories, hey? Into the news. What's going on?
Starting it off with Burnout Masters, $15,000 and Masters tickets up for grabs at Burnout Masters in Sydney.
Yeah, so this was postponed a little while ago, but it is coming back. So 12th and 13th of September at Sydney Dragway. So get ready for that one for you guys that are down south. You can go along. Well, I don't know what the go is with spectators down south. I'm actually not sure. We'll have to confirm that. I don't see.
You can enter or buy spectator tickets here.
There you go. On
there will be limited spectator tickets and social distancing in place.
When you say here,
burnoutmasters.com.au.
There you go. So if you're down there, burnoutmasters.com.au, you can get on, go watch the skids. The weekend of 12th and 13th of September. So that's the same weekend, I think, as Power Cruise up here.
Okay, there you go.
So there'll be burnouts all across the country.
The morning is going to be for test skids with passengers allowed, but each afternoon things get serious with judging by the Summer Nats crew. The Burnout Masters class has $3,000 on offer for first place, $1,500 for second, and $500 for third on both days of the event, as well as 3 Summernats 34 Burnout Masters tickets. That is 6 golden tickets in total. And the street class offers $500 for the win each day, as well as 3 complimentary vehicle entries each day to Street Machines Summernats 34. And the street class will be fully judged, so it'll be a great chance to strut your stuff and maybe give yourself a shot at a wildcard entry to the big dance.
There you go. Be a big event, but in saying that, there's obviously some people that won't make it there. No one from Victoria obviously will be able to get across there.
Mm-hmm.
And I would say there's some limitations on Queensland.
Mm.
Oh, I think we can go down there, but coming home would then be an issue. You would have to not self-isolate. Well, you got to isolate in a motel at your own cost for 14 days.
Mm-hmm.
If you go outside of the border bubble. So, but there is who we got there. There is a list of some people that are going to be there so far.
We've got Mick Brasher, the debut of the 13B powered iteration of U-Legal. Phil Kurjan, Tough Street, Jack Seaman, Wal Gersakowski.
That's one tough HG.
Mm-hmm. Michael Pratton, Ryan Pearson, Britt Kilby and Brad Kilby.
Hammer time.
Harry Seaman, Dom Lucci, Mark Syracusa, and Sean Kahn.
There you go. So there will be a few big names there. So definitely worth getting out and checking out.
Marv says, speaking of Burnout Masters, Tyler, since it's 4 weeks left until 16 weeks, each week I win until 16 weeks equals one of your tyres being melted deal. You wish. 16 weeks I'll enter, and I'll make sure no one else gets to enter on the bot, and instead of reading out the questions, I'll just answer them straight away. So all you'll hear is...
he's never going to let you skid it, but it's fun. It's fun to make fun of him. The Mirage would dominate, says Mal.
Yeah, maybe you can do a burnout in the Mirage.
Integra does good skids. So there you go. So jump on that one if you're down in south. You can check that event out.
G'day, Rodney. How you going?
G'day, mate. Good to see you. Looking good. Now we had a chat about the chicken coop Ford a little while ago, and there it is on the screen. It certainly wasn't winning any beauty contests.
No, definitely not.
Right. And that wasn't just because of it being a Ford. It was pretty rough. Been sitting in a shed for a long, long time. Sold for $300,990, something like that.
Yep, $300,909.
909. There you go. Not a bad guess. But there's another one, right? Another one has surfaced.
Mm-hmm.
So this one,
calling it the twin.
Yeah, there's another one out there, and it does look a little bit better, and that might now you might see some more value.
Mal's dropped us a $5. Thank you, Mal.
Oh, thank you, mate. I hadn't heard have you beat it? You beat the bling.
It hasn't come through yet. It did. Shane Kane says, there's the bling now. Shane Kane says, any updates on the Sydney drag strip?
They've put the concrete down. So they had a live feed the other day of the concrete there going down. So it's all getting closer and closer. There is some events happening, not on the drag strip. In Sydney Drag, obviously Burnout Masters coming, but they got end of every month, Motive DVD, you've got an event there. That's some sort of theme each month, changes. But the end of month shows, there's always something happening down there. So there's a bit of stuff going on. But yeah, they do have new concrete. And they're probably getting close with the lights, Tyler.
James Bayless says, you got it wrong.
You didn't want to hear about the lights?
No. James Bayless says, you got it wrong, Tyler. Just have the quiz as per normal and mute Marv.
Yeah. No, I didn't hear him, sorry.
Chris Young says Santa Pod has a national events this weekend. Starts 9ish a.m. UK time Saturday. There you go.
Wonder if there'll be any live feeds of that coming out.
Brad says I got a Mirage that'll burn the clutch. Johnny says
We should race the Mirages.
We've talked about it. Johnny says Mick Brasher did a test skid before COVID hit and it sounded mint.
Oh, nice. There you go. He'll be hard to beat. But this one anyway, the current new chicken coop that has nothing to do with chickens. It's just a coupe. 73 Falcon GT RPO. Is that right?
Yep. Finished in the same colour as the other one, which is Mick Robertson's old gold.
Hence the twin.
It's named after a Melbourne candy company whose boxes were coloured with the striking colour,
which is not gold at all.
And only 2 of these ever left the factory in this colour.
Oh, okay. So this is the second one. There was only 2, and 2 were still alive. That's cool.
The chicken coop car left the factory with white trim, and the car that you see here left the factory with black trim.
I would prefer the black trim myself. Now, what's this one worth? He bought this in... When did he buy this?
2003 for
okay, so not that long ago.
$8,000.
He bought it for $8,000.
Yeah, to restore for racing purposes.
Wow.
But found that the interest in the car was growing. He says that people made so many astronomical offers for the car that he decided to pull it from racing and keep it as an original car.
Talking about racing coupes, I wonder if that'll work. Put that one on in the background.
I'll play the sound for a second.
Sounds pretty good, doesn't it?
Though this car's original twin, the chicken coupe grabbed attention for its massive sale price. Zerk says his baby isn't for sale. When he was asked whether or not he's looking to unload the car, he said, "My wife said, no, we've got to keep it. It's part of the family and it's part of our retirement fund. So no, it's staying."
There you go. So refuses to sell that one.
Chili Dude, good evening. Big Keg, how we going? And Chris Young says that it is live feed. There you go.
Sorry. Oh, it is. Yeah, okay. Santa Pod. Sorry, my video stopped again. I was busy watching it. Sorry to those on the podcast that couldn't see it. We'll put a link to the story and you'll be able to watch that and have a listen to it. So you can listen to it. Maybe put the sounds. Put the sounds back. Keep the sounds going for a bit there. Well,
it's pretty loud for me.
Was it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, here I'll just turn down a touch.
Waiting for you to turn it the other way. I'm watching you.
Okay, go. Just let that play in the background of the whole show. Everyone would appreciate listening to the V8's Raw. Don't you think?
Except for any 6-cylinder fans.
Does sound good. So that gives you an idea of what it'll look like anyway, once it's all back from the chicken coop standards.
Junga Bunga Racing, good evening.
Speaking of which, there you go.
Oh, more ones that you didn't put in here for me.
Junga Bunga. Junga Bunga.
All right, I'll leave this to you.
Well, I should have just said quickly. Didn't you set that camera up?
I did.
That's pretty poor, isn't it? Hey, pretty poor camera work there, Tyler. Matty Junga, you got my number there. You should ring up. We'll put you on the show. Tell us how we're going, because we've got some new stuff happening as well at Junga Bunga No Prep number 2. A bit out of focus there, mate. Oh, good work. Oh, you are good with the camera tonight. You're all over this. Bring back Uncle Bobby. You got it? You right? You got it sorted?
I'm trying to see if it's in focus. You turned the thing away from me.
So I don't know if I should look at the comments there if Matty's there, but I don't know if I've saved his number. Have I saved his number? We could try and call him. I don't think I did.
Plugged in.
No, I'll get there. Oh, I haven't saved your number, Matt. Otherwise we'd ring him and just put him straight on the show. We'll check. We'll check Messenger. When is this event, Tyler?
September 5th.
5th of September. You should know you're going to be there.
Big Keg says no close-ups of Dave.
It does get a bit scary, doesn't it?
Jay-Z Life says let's hear the turbos.
Look, we'll put him on the spot. We'll see how this goes. We're gonna ring him and put him straight on the show. Hey mate, how you going?
G'day, what's going on?
Good mate, good. You're on the show live.
Jeez, right, eh?
No pressure. No,
What's going on, fellas?
mate. We thought we'd just give you a quick ring because we put the slide up about Junga Bunga No Prep Cash Days number 2,
Yeah.
September 5th. Now there's a whole new class.
Yeah, there is. Oh, we're trying to bring a few more races and cater for, different race cars, obviously. So this meeting, we've got the big tyre class. So for basically any size tyre, anyone wants to run, they can run in that class.
How good's that? And have we got a few entries? Because it's a hard one to fill generally, that one, isn't it?
It is hard. The small tyre and street tyre, you can fill them, no worries. And a heap of people said, let's run big tyre. But we've got 7 committed at the moment.
You'd like to get a couple more though, right?
Yeah, I'd like to have a minimum of 10, just so there's good amount of races on the day and they can go a few rounds. But we might even end up switching it up and letting a few small tyre cars double enter.
Fair enough. But if there is anyone out there that has a big tyre car and not scared to get out to Warwick and have a crack, then they need to get onto you, hey?
Yeah, it doesn't matter how fast the car is because obviously the no prep's the equaliser. So, yeah.
Oh, it is, and if you watch that last video, I think we were talking to Trappy and he said, that car's, 1,400 horsepower and they had it turned down to about 300 or 400 to get off the line.
Yeah, definitely. It's, a lot of them boys will have good data now, but, it's definitely a learning curve for them all.
Yeah, now we've got a couple of sponsors come on board too, I saw.
Yeah, we got a heap of sponsors have come on board. So we've got Spot On Performance and Spot On Fabrication.
Who always have a field of cars at most events as well too, don't they,
Definitely. They brought 4 for the first one. They've entered 4 again. So Andy Coles and Denny Lansdowne, they're great supporters of the event. And they've come on board to sponsor the small tyre class, and also Ben Vlatkin, that was runner-up at the last meet in small tyre, Elite Automatics. He's come on board as well.
So he's come on board as sponsor, and he'll be back, obviously, to try and take the title this time.
Yeah, 100%. I've talked to him a bit, and he loved the concept of the event, and he was too happy to re-enter and also put some sponsorship money up.
We just got to keep Trappy on the line, We've got to watch him.
Yeah. And that'll all be resolved this meeting. But anyway, you get that. But we've also got Luke Kessel from Motorfab. He's come on board and sponsored Street Tyre.
I think there's quite a few people here that would watch Luke over on Motorfab on his channel as well. And is he's running the HG again?
Mate, I think he's got a Monaro.
He's going to have the Monaro ready.
He was trying to have it ready for the first one and just come up short. So I'm not sure, but that was his plan, I think.
Yeah, because the HG, is that Bump In, I think is its name. That's for sale. Is it a roller?
I have seen it for sale, and I know he's got an LC Tirana in the build too. So yeah, they got a couple exciting builds coming out of Motorfab.
Yeah, get on their channel as well if you want to have a look what Luke's got on over there, and they have heaps of different suspension parts and stuff available as well, right? That's what
Yeah, they
Motorfab's
do
all
a
about.
fair bit of all that for early model. From like I know they specialise in HK to HG, but I think they're starting to do HQ and all that. Yeah. Also, we got Edge for big tyre. Michael Nichols at Edge Performance and Dyno Tuning in Toowoomba. He jumped on board. He's got a big tyre car himself, a VL Commodore, big single turbo LS, like a big stroke LS build. And he wanted to race, so he come on board and sponsored the class.
Mate, how cool is that? Awesome.
Yeah, it's awesome. And as well as all transmissions. Ben Markham, he's another racer that normally races at Warwick. His car's not going, so he jumped on board and put some sponsorship money up to get the big tyre class up.
Mate, that is brilliant. And obviously, get on Warwick Dragway page as well and have a look, and you'll see everyone that's involved on there and stuff as well. Because we did put you on the spot in case you've forgotten anyone.
Yeah, definitely. No, well, we got one. I got another one. We're just currently talking, but they're coming on board for a big tyre as well, so there'll be a good little bit of prize money there for that bracket. And also we got STS Speed Shop. They've come on board and they're sponsoring. We're going to run a second chance class for the round one cars to get eliminated.
And there's going to be some money back up for that as well.
Yeah. So STS Speed Shop are sponsoring small tyre, and JSR Performance Warwick, which is Roscoe with the EJ Ute.
Yep.
He's come on board to sponsor street tyre.
That Ute that beat you last time.
Yeah, definitely. That's the one.
I know he'd have a dig, so I'm just helping him out there.
No, that's all right. We'll take that loss. But yeah, no, they've come on board, and for any of the cars that get eliminated in round one, instead of just going straight back to grudge race, and we're having a second chance class where they can draw again and race for some cash. I think small tyre will be around 400 or 500, and street tyre will be around at 250.
Now, it's still anyone's, right? Like Mark Green won the street tyre, and he's running a good shot of NOS in the 383 Chev, I think, in that thing. But there were some quick cars he was up against too, right? Like there was some pretty fast cars in that class. In the street tyre class, like there's a heap of fast cars, but they all struggled to get down. And Mark got all right, and he got to the finals and he won. But like the guy he was racing in the finals, I think that's a little aspirated Holden or a little small block Chev in that little Tirana. In that blue Tirana, yep.
Yeah. So
and he got right through there too.
He got right through there, but this second one, I think there's 26 entered in that class. Again, but we've got a few more entered this time that are just wanted to have a go. Just 9 second, mid-8, low 9 second, 8th mile cars. So everyone's getting out and wanting to have a run, but I reckon it's all about the chip draw. It's the luck, I suppose. It is. It just happens. It could be anyone's, right? It's a no prep track. Mark, like Mark Green, no prep, and he could pull up against. There's like people like Scotty Cortina and a few new fellas joining this one, and I think that Dan McCosker's got that little bread van that races at roll racing. He wins a few roll races here and there. He's entered, so all it takes is two fast guys to match each other in the first and second round, and they could be out. Now there's what's $3,000 on offer for that? Straight tyre, is it? No, small tyre. There's at this stage there's around 3,500. Whoa. Yeah, 3,500 for. That's a big kitty. For a small tyre, it's jumped. It's been good. Sponsors come on board, and I'm still trying to throw as much money as I can at it. And everyone's loving it. Like I think most of them aren't there for the prize money, but it's just good. It's a bit of an incentive. And the street tire, if we get 32 cars, there'll be $2,000. If not, it'll be around 1,500.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. I think it's going to be a good event. Now there's test and tune on for the Sunday after.
Yeah. Standard prep test and tune on the Sunday. $80 to enter, and that includes one crew in the entry money.
Oh yeah.
They can jump on Warwick Dragway Facebook page or Warwick Dragway, www.warwickdragway.com, and enter online.
Is there any camping available on the Saturday night?
Yeah, this one there will be camping. Yep.
Cool. Just
so if you're racing the Saturday and the Sunday, there's no problems camping, and yeah.
There you go. Look, I think that's well worth getting onto, and maybe I might need to have a look at that, because I was meant to run the ute down the track on Saturday at Willowbank, but it got called off.
Yeah, righto. Yeah, you're more than welcome to bring the rig up.
And then, I don't think my next attempt at Willowbank will be the 19th of September, because that's when it got transferred across to. And I'm just trying to get a run in before road trip.
Yeah, you're doing the road trip. That's a great event.
I think I'm up against Scotty. I'm in the same class as Scotty Cortina. I think I've picked a bad choice there in what class I went into.
It's all for fun, and the cars are going to last the trip, I suppose. But it's all for fun. It's a great event, and you get to cruise with a heap of toughies, you know.
Yeah, well, for me, it'll be about learning to get down the drag strip, mate. I've never raced the drag strip before.
Yeah, unreal.
So it is a learning curve, and that's why I want to get out there and have a crack beforehand. I think it's important I at least attempt it before the weekend.
Yeah, definitely.
So maybe we'll have to look at that, get out there, film on the Saturday, stay overnight, and race on the Sunday. That'd be 2 films.
You could get some footage out of that.
Definitely, mate.
And get you some seat time.
Yes, mate. You have to give us some tips running an LS down the track. Mine's got no NOS though.
Yeah, that's all right. You don't need NOS to do burnouts. My poor old tyres after the no prep, I kept getting spinning worse and worse as the day went on. I was like, what's going on? And I pulled them off after the Sunday after the event, and they had canvas hanging out of them.
Oh, fair dinkum.
16 runs from new.
That's too many big skids, mate. Too many big skids.
Yeah, that's what they've been telling me. But it's all about having fun.
We'll see what happens. I might put a call out to you, see what you're doing on Sunday. We might have some tickets for brekkie laps. We could all go cruising in the long roof out at QR.
Oh yeah.
Nah, all good, mate. I'll let you go. Thanks for coming on the show without any notice or not knowing that you were going to.
Yeah, not a problem. Anytime. We're just tinkering here in the shed, working on some cars for the next event.
Say good day to everyone out there. And mate, how's the VL coming? The Mrs. VL?
Yeah, it's slowly but surely. Well, it's a bit hard at the moment. Actually, it's trying to track parts down and that. With everything happening, there's a lot of sold out parts at speed shops and that. But yeah, we're getting there. Hopefully, it's not going to be a rush build, but we hope to have it going in early February.
Mate, that is true. I was in at PJR the other day, and they had three LS builds sitting in there that they're waiting on clutches for, because they're coming out of the States and there's just nothing left in Australia. Yeah,
definitely. We've been trying to find billet cores for camshafts and all sorts of things, and we've been struggling to find anything. But anyway, it is what it is, and we'll get there.
Oh, that's it, mate. It'll happen. All right, I'll let you get back to it, mate, and thank you for popping on the show.
Not a problem, anytime.
Talk soon.
All right, fellas, we'll see you later. Have a good one.
There you go. So there's all the info on Junga Bunga No Prep Cash Days. So I think how goes that we can just dial him in and have a chat about the event. And he had no idea we were going to do that. Neither did we. But that's live. So
Rat Fink, how we going?
G'day, mate.
Jordan Senor.
Hey, Jordan. G'day.
Welcome back. Marv says you don't need an LS to do burnouts either. An RB does just fine. Hey, Tyler.
He is staring. That's funny.
Jamie Knight, how you going? There's great work, fellas. You're really lucky being able to get this up and running. Well done.
Thank you. Now,
and one more. Brad says a lot of great people getting behind this event. So good to see. It will be great to
all those sponsors.
Great action to watch unfold.
Yeah, so we'll be out there live streaming that one again. For anyone that can't get there now, we didn't mention actually while I was talking, there will be some spectators.
Oh, there you go.
So it could be limited. So keep a very close eye on the Warwick Dragway Facebook page. Get over on that now. Give them a like and watch that. And add Matty Loy as a friend on there and keep an eye out. He does live feeds on his Facebook, bit of updates and that about the event as well to all those that are entered. And you can get on and watch that. G'day, Zig. So yeah, that's a bit about Junga Bunga. So great to catch up with Matty. And we'll look forward to that. It's only a couple of weeks away. So on the other side of September,
Radio Redemption.
So don't forget this one. Definitely spectators at this on the Saturday. 100% the spectators on the Saturday out at Kenda, and you have to get out there. If you can, if you have got nothing on that weekend and you're in Queensland, you got to get over here and get there. It's a great event. There is heaps of room. We've got the entire grandstand, the entire hill. There's just so much room around that track. You can easily social distance yourself from anyone else. Stay in your group. Get yourself a couple of metres away from anyone else and get a nice little spot and watch some cars launch off the line at Kenda, because you're going to have a well-prepped track, sticky as anything. They're already going to, and the Saturday, they're already going to have 2 days of testing under their belt.
Oh, there you go.
Right, so there's going to be big times on Saturday. So they'll be out there testing Thursday, Friday. The event for spectators is on Saturday, and then it'll all be happening. So get onto that one. We'll look forward to seeing you out there. And we might talk to Scotty a little bit closer to that one. I might give him a heads up that we're going to ring him.
Yeah.
Unlike Matt, we'll just put him straight on the spot.
Yeah, says, Marf, you're going to have to drive it like you stole it, because you'll literally have to steal it to get a ride.
It's a bit like that.
Andrew Phillips, how we going?
G'day. Phil. Lucky Phil. So there you go. I'll get back into the stories for you, Tyler. So,
Rat Fink says, sounds awesome. I'm leaving now. Should make it on time.
I don't even think you can get in the country. Did you know that? Oh, sorry. I'm just trying to fix my screen in the background here. Yeah, I think it's going. It's got your head in the way anyway. But tell us what's going on here.
Well, Ford have announced a new Heritage Edition of its GT supercar, celebrating the brand's endurance racing wins from the 1960s. A bug.
Yeah, I thought you tangled yourself up.
No. It's very staticky, though. I keep getting zapped by everything.
So this is to do with the win at 1966 Daytona 24-hour Continental race.
This limited edition Ford GT borrows its livery from the 1966 Ford GT40 racing car with a modern take on the retro graphic, complete with the number 98 on the doors.
There you go. It's got 20-inch alloys as well.
Mad Kiwi says, g'day Tyler, where's Dave? Diet made him disappear.
Not quite. I haven't lost any weight this week. Still the same as last week.
You get some forged gold 20-inch alloy wheels. They come with the Heritage Edition, contrasting against some huge red Brembo brake calipers.
Well, you didn't have that one first time round, did you? No Brembos in the 60s.
Owners can choose to option exposed carbon fibre 20-inch wheels, which are manufactured by Carbon Revolution in Geelong, Victoria. The inside of the Ford GT Heritage Edition has Alcantara on almost every surface. And you get some red anodized paddle shifters and red seats. The number 98 is also found on the inside of the doors.
Those are anodized paddle shifters make all the difference, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
they're red. They shift faster. The Heritage Edition pays tribute to Ford's on-track successes in 1966, which was a pivotal year for the company. The dominance of the GT40 in endurance racing showing its likes to compete with the Ferrari.
Many people may have already watched Ford vs Ferrari.
Mm-hmm.
Have you watched that?
No.
It's a new movie. I thought you only just didn't watch the old movies.
Is it on Netflix? If it's on Netflix, I'll probably watch it. But
I don't think it is on Netflix. So tell us, is it on Netflix? I don't think it is. I haven't seen it on there.
if things come on Netflix, I generally watch them. But if they're not, I don't.
Yeah. Although you've got your mate who can put the movies on the server for us.
Mm.
So there's two you've got to talk to
talk
him
to him.
about. Can you tell him put Running on Empty on there and Ford versus Ferrari? Can you work on that?
Oh, if I remember, yeah.
Oh, here, I'll write your note.
I can do it there because I won't remember.
What do you think? Looks all right.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll jump into a news story
Just don't sell it if you buy one.
because you got to wait for that value to.
No, you can get in a lot of trouble for selling them.
Oh,
Yeah. There was some people who listed theirs for sale after ordering them.
because they're
So
selling it for more than what it's worth
Well,
because they're all
yeah.
sold out.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they got in a lot of trouble from Ford.
Yeah, right. All right, where are we at? I've got to do the slides, haven't I? So we've talked a lot about Fords.
Shane says Apple TV. I don't have Apple TV, so.
We're out on that one.
Marv says, my son just killed the laptop and told me he forgot it was Thursday, even though I told him this morning and this afternoon.
Tell him,
Oh, no.
don't touch it. Oh, no. You'll be on the phone. GMSV is now a go. That is confirmed. GMSV confirmed will be in Australia, and not only that, what else is confirmed is the Corvette. The Corvette has been confirmed for the end of 2021, I believe. I have no idea if I've got that right because I haven't checked the story. But just from my knowledge, I believe it is 2021 that everything is the end of 2021 that has been confirmed will be released in Australia.
The Chevrolet Corvette is due in Australian showrooms in late 2021 or early 2022 after being pushed back to align with European emissions testing standards.
There you go. I'm glad I got that right.
Are you buying one?
Yes.
There you go.
I just need to.
You're going to
get
buy
it
the open roof one?
as soon as we have as many views as Cletus McFarland. Eh?
You better get on it then.
As soon as we hit the same amount of subscribers and viewers as Cletus, I'll definitely get one.
Okay.
I'll even get one in blue, the same blue as Cletus's. And we'll buy a racetrack. Yeah? We just got to get there.
Mhm.
We're only a few mil off.
Yeah. Just a couple mil.
So it won't take long.
Just a little bit.
It won't take long.
Big Keg says, wonder what the price will be. No idea. No. Let's have a look.
It's only taken us 2 years to get 4,000 followers, so surely it can't take us too long to get
2
a couple
years.
of mil.
It's taking us a year.
Oh,
Every year.
bit over a year. Oh, well, we're nearly there. Hey? 996,000 more followers and we're already there.
Mm.
So close.
No confirmed pricing as of yet. So
No, they haven't given us that, unfortunately.
I can tell you how much the Fiat Ducato pricing is.
Yeah, we don't care about that.
You don't care about a van?
No.
All right.
The Silverado
Moving on then.
is going to be obviously another one that we'll see, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what else will come out from GMSV.
Yep.
Not the Holden dealers. It is GMSV. It's completely different. For anyone that is owed money from the Holden dealerships, don't chase GMSV. It's a whole nother company.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing to do with them. Even though Holden were originally going to bring out the Corvettes. Still nothing to do with them, right? No phoenixing going on
Hoff
here.
says need some family money also. Mal says throw in a few hell yeah brothers and you'll get there faster.
Yeah, You're on the Cletus McFarlane YouTube channel.
Marv says, just own your own engineering company and build a motorsport precinct for yourself, like McCosker did with Rocky and the new Gladstone Speedway.
That's pretty smart. That works well. And Hoff, don't worry. We get there, we'll look after our friends. I notice Cletus is always out there buying his mates' cars and stuff like that. We got you, Hoff. But if you get there first, don't forget us. You're a lot closer than he's only like 970,000 off. 960. He might be closer to 40 now. He's definitely at 30,000. But what else we got? We got some more stories. Do you want a new story? Do you want another Holden story?
Car up the centre of the Azaria.
I mean, a GMSV story? No, this is Holden. Completely different.
It goes on display at National Museum of Australia. 40 years on.
A dingo's got my baby. So the Rana. Is it a UC Tirana?
I don't know.
It looks like a UC Tirana.
Oh, do you see it?
Oh, do you see a Tirana? Oh, there's a microphone there. Didn't hit that with your drink. So yeah, that's
Skidpig says same here, guys.
He'll be there too. Whoever gets there first, don't forget the others.
And the Hoff says lol deal.
Thanks, mate. So I don't know. I don't really have much out of this story other than Lindy Chamberlain's Tirana's now going into a museum. It's probably not the most
All right, moving on.
newsworthy car story, but it's a car story and it's Australian and it was a Holden. So that's how it made it in there.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
The UC Tirana is moving into a museum.
It's got the number plates for Enzic. Did you see that?
No, I didn't.
Yeah. Because it was a forensic piece of evidence.
There you go.
The Tirana was covered in blood, blah, blah, blah.
Ah.
So that was the custom number plate they put on it afterwards for Enzic. Because it got pulled apart and everything during the whole thing. Do you know who Lindy Chamberlain is?
No.
You've never heard a dingo's got my baby?
Oh, I've heard it, but don't know where it's from. Or...
Oh, okay. Well, the Chamberlains went camping at Ayers Rock and their baby went missing, and then she went to jail for killing the baby, and then later on was released because they found evidence that a dingo took the baby, which is what their claim was all along. And then it was a lot of controversy when I was a child growing up, because this was early 80s, or 1980, something like that. So this happened over a series of years as I was young, and in and out of jail, and court cases went on and on, and public were divided about whether Lindy Chamberlain killed her baby or whether a dingo took her baby. So it's a lifelong debate. So she was acquitted.
There you go.
So she was acquitted. So she was after spending some time in jail for the murder. They then found a piece of clothing, and that went back to court, and she got acquitted after the fact.
Yeah.
But you'll see, I don't know, the comments. Did she do it? It's a lifelong debate.
Zig says, I hope they put the rocker covers back on.
They said they put it back together. Yes.
Marv says Michael Chamberlain rebuilt that himself. Absolutely insane that he did it, knowing the tragedy involved with that car and the whole trip.
Oh.
Maddie Crick says she was innocent.
There you go.
Zig says certainly the most probed Tirana in Oz.
Michael Chamberlain, who died in 2017, always loved the Tirana for its flamboyant colour, its speed and controversial image it lent his profession as a Seventh-day Adventist minister. Once his family was cleared over Azaria's disappearance, he fought to have his pride and joy returned. It was finally returned in 1990 in pieces. He was compensated $19,000 to finance its restoration. The finishing touch was a custom number plate that speaks for the car's critical role in the failed police case. You can see a certain black humour in his choice of the personalised number plate for Enzic. But Michael, what his car represented was a symbol of what the family had endured. In 2014, Michael donated that restored V8 to the museum. The car represents a gross injustice, and it symbolises freedom as a result of the proper and independent revision of forensic science, which eventually saw Lindy and himself exonerated in 1988. So there you go. A testament, a piece of resistance to one of the worst perversions of justice in forensic science of Australian history. It has now been wheeled out of storage for its first public display to coincide with the 40th anniversary of Zaria's death. So, another iconic Aussie V8. There you go.
Marv says for Enzic, the plate actually used to belong to the New South Wales Police in the 90s as well. There you go.
Oh. Well,
Beck says nice little history lesson. Thanks, Dave.
Talking about V8.
Mum
V8s,
still doesn't believe her.
Your mum?
Yeah.
To my knowledge, the finding of the clothes later on exonerated her.
Yeah. Yen says, oh, by the way, got my stubby cooler end of last week just in time to take it out for the reef for a break-in session.
Well done. Well
There
done.
you go. And Big Keeg says, I remember the Sunbird hatch version that had the camper setup brought out from the factory.
Yeah, it did. It did. And you can find
Scotty
some
S
pictures
says
of
the
that.
hatch hutch. I think we've
That's
talked
it.
about it before.
Yeah, yeah. You've seen pictures of it, haven't you? You can get them now for the back of your like the back of the VE. Fit on the
There you go.
Not it's obviously a little bit different, but same sort of design. Talking
Bathurst 1000,
V8.
still a goer.
Bathurst is on. So apparently the New South Wales racing ban is not going to impact the annual Supercars Classic. And the
There you go.
Bathurst 1000 is not under threat from a motorsport ban due to the COVID-19 pandemic. I don't know how that works, but
Interesting.
Motorsport Australia has ruled that no state or national event level
No,
events
it's
can be
because
held.
the ban ends on September 30, which is over a week before.
Ah, okay, there you go. So Bathurst will still happen. So rejoice. Rejoice now. Please stand and raise your glasses to the air as we rejoice and commemorate the fact that Bathurst will still happen. Cheers.
Where's my glasses?
Raise your glasses.
They're yours, though.
Oh. So that's good news, right? It's good news. Did you watch a bit of Darwin on the weekend?
No, I didn't.
It was on free to air.
I don't have a TV set up for myself, so.
Oh.
Any content I consume is on the internet.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Whenever I ask you, have you seen such and such on YouTube? Oh, I haven't watched that yet. You're actually consuming any content, or are you playing games on the internet?
Consume content.
What are you playing on there? What's the gaming happening these days?
World of Warcraft.
Oh, you're back into the WoW.
Yeah.
Oh, reliving your youth.
30 of us get together every Wednesday and Sunday night and play together.
Yeah, right.
Mhm.
There you go. Are you excited? Will you watch Bathurst?
If it's on free to air, probably. I can get it on 10 play, I think. Usually, if I can't, then I guess it's getting a 14-day KO Sports subscription and cancelling it.
That would work too. I don't know. It's good. It's good news.
It does have a new sponsor for next year as well, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Repco.
It's not the.
Not Super Cheap Auto.
It's not the TUI's
2021.
1000 anymore.
Well, it's not Super Cheap Auto either.
Oh,
2021, it's going to be Repco.
you've never heard of the TUI's 1000, have you?
Probably not.
Do you know what TUI's are?
Alcoholic beverage.
Just checking.
Do you know what the Hardy Ferrotto is?
Ferrero Rocher. Hardy Ferrero Rocher. No.
I had to tell you about it on the weekend.
Did you?
Yeah, we went to 782.
Okay. What were we talking about?
The Hardy Ferodo prototype.
Oh, no, tell us again. You're going to tell us again
What?
about the Hardy Ferodo prototype?
Oh, I was telling you about how that's the prototype from back in the day.
There you go. See, he's learned me.
Marv says should have been sponsored by OnlyFans.
It could be. That's the Porsche Cup. These
Scotty
days.
S did that last year. There you go.
So who's going to do it? Repco.
2021 sponsor of Bathurst 1000. It's
Super
Repco.
cheap to Repco. Just another parts supplier.
Mm.
There you go. Now we got Repco Max now. Did you know about that?
No.
Well, you know there's no Napa stores anymore.
Oh, yeah, I knew about that.
Yeah, that's Repco Max.
There you go.
So I wonder if it's anything to do with Repco Max.
Maybe.
So they've still got Napa in America, but just not in Australia because they opened the Napa stores and then, rebranded into Repco Max. Any comments on that? Do you want to
Already caught
go
up.
through? You're all caught up. We'll go to the next story. Move on. Another Australian event, Motor X.
Oh, is that where we are?
Yeah, I
Or is
might
it
have.
backwards.
Sorry, I might have. Well, no, I might have not put it in there. I completely missed that. Didn't save it for you.
This is for you.
No, I don't have
Back
it.
to the Dave cam.
I don't have it either. I think Motor X has been postponed
Oh, okay.
until February.
February 6th to 7th, 2021. There you go.
Oh, you found it.
Next story.
Motor X, yes, rescheduled till February 2021. Obviously, it is in Victoria, so
Adam James.
there's an issue there, right?
Caltex is now Ampol. It certainly is.
It is, yeah. Now, we did a story on that. Oh, that was a while back, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
We talked about that probably 6 months ago, that it was going to happen. And if you happen to have watched Darwin V8 Supercars on the weekend, you actually would have seen on the Red Bull cars at the bottom corners of the front of the livery had Ampol.
Mm-hmm.
So
There you go.
there you go. So there you go. So that has changed. What do we say? 6th and 7th of February.
Mm.
Yeah. So it moved from May to November and now to February. So this is another move.
G'day, No More. How you going?
G'day, brother. A new date has been chosen to put a little breathing space in between that and the annual Show Cars Melbourne event, which is booked in at Moonee Valley Racing Club on the 21st of February, combined with the Victorian Hot Rod Show and Australia Day weekend, could develop into a pretty cool show car season for the Victorian enthusiasts that are certainly lacking in what they can get out and do in the car scene at the moment. So we shout out to all our Victorian followers down there. Hopefully everything is all up and running and all these events happen for you in 2021. So we get lots of drag events and everything else happening as well. Because we get a lot of viewers now with out of Victoria with especially the live feeds of the drag racing.
Yes.
They're pretty keen to watch that.
They certainly are.
All right, you want me to move on to the next story?
Yes, please.
I don't think I saved this one either.
Which one's this one? I can tell you if you did or not.
Did I? The Holden test track.
Yes, that is there.
That is there?
That certainly is there.
So the Holden test track. So we talked before about, we make it big on YouTube. We want to buy a racetrack like Cletus because, how cool would that be? Well, there we go. We put a bid in, right?
You wish. It's a bit out of our price range.
How much was it?
I don't remember actually.
21 mil or something?
Something like that. Not more.
You
But
just bought a house.
Yeah, not that much money. Not even close.
Didn't you just like, how much money are you making from YouTube to be able to buy a house, mate?
I wish it was from YouTube.
How much money have you made from YouTube?
much.
You got lunch. You got dinner the other week
Oh yeah.
out at Warwick. Remember that?
Yeah. I got some noodles.
YouTube bought you dinner.
I got some noodles.
It's actually not bad considering you never started YouTube to do money, right?
No.
We probably didn't start YouTube to be on here every week on a Thursday or have.
No, I started this to shed a positive light on the car scene. That was the idea. So
Now it takes up a bit of your time, doesn't it?
It certainly does.
But do you enjoy it?
I do.
Because it's fun, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
It's fun, and people are watching us, and more for you
Don't
guys.
enjoy editing.
You enjoy editing?
Said I don't enjoy editing.
Oh, I was going to say, well, if you enjoy editing, why are you not? Why are you trying to push it onto me all the time?
It takes up a lot of time.
It does. The filming and going to the events is good, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And talking to people, and people watching the videos is great, and commenting and liking. I love that part, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, when you see the videos and you get a few views, and you're like, "Ooh!" I get hooked on watching how many views you get. Even though it's not massive amounts, it's still good to see it. About 500 plus on the last one from Tuesday night, which was a good uptake. The drags at Warwick, the recap was probably one of our best ones recently.
Yeah,
the recap of
certainly was.
No prep. That was about I don't know. It's probably over 5,000 views on that now.
Mm-hmm. All right. We better get back to it because we're just rambling on about nothing now.
But they don't mind that either. Any comments?
Steve Wild, how you going?
G'day, Steve.
Rap Fink says, wish I could live stream. Don't have enough subscribers. I could live stream NASCAR races and motorcycle events.
Oh, mate. I think what we've found out is build it and they will come.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that that's the quote? You know what movie that's from? It's another one you haven't probably watched. Yeah, no, Field of Dreams. Seen that?
No, I haven't.
Nah, didn't think you would have. It's not like we have an entire cabinet full of videos that you grew up with. Like, you grew up with massive amounts of DVDs in the house. And a big surround sound system. That was one of my biggest purchases of me growing up.
And how many times did I ever get to take control of it?
Yeah, I guess that was probably, don't touch it. Get away from it. It went along like that, didn't it? Is that how it went?
No, not exactly.
Anyway, we didn't buy the racetrack. But VinFast has put a bid in.
Mm-hmm. Yep, the Vietnamese car company VinFast is the brand. James Bayless, that's the brand. Adam James says, found out about you blokes from the Yank who does diecast. Hodges.
Hodgie. Good stuff.
And Zig says, you just need to jag that one vid and YouTube will pay about $600 for 250,000 views.
How good would that be?
Mm.
Then it'll start buying car parts. By then I'll have a shed up that we can use that money to put car parts and do some build stuff.
Attempt to build stuff.
Yeah, we can. We've met lots of people through doing YouTube that know what they're doing, so we can.
Of course,
we can do it. They'll tell us what we got to do.
We can
anyway.
Zoom call. Is this right?
What? Now we obviously you've got people like the Hoff.
Mm-hmm.
You could call on and he'd give you some tips. Do this, do that. Wendy, you've got Al.
Mm-hmm.
Al's always said you should just do it. Message me, I'll tell you how to do it.
Yep.
Hasn't he?
Yep.
So I would say, Al, can you do this for us? He's like, no, you do it. I'll tell you how to do it. Isn't it?
Chris Young says, if I have the relationship you guys have with my son when he's Tyler's age, then I will be a happy man.
Well, that was the whole purpose of me getting involved in doing it at the start, and that has paid off. Yeah, Tyler gets sick of me, but it's all good.
You just need to edit more videos.
Tyler's so good at editing videos. There's no need for me to ever edit another video, which is great.
We've probably got like a 1-in-20 ratio at the moment. You edit?
Yes, we'll cut that back.
What do you want to do?
I've just got to give up editing. I know you. You're right. I do need to give up editing.
Anyway,
Anyway,
Mal says, when's the shed going up?
I messaged him today and said where we at with the concrete going down. So I've got a deck I've got to rip up. So I just need to find out when the concrete's getting laid so I can make sure that I've got the deck all pulled out and done before that. But I also don't want to rip the deck up too early because then I've got no way to get in my front door. Well, I guess I can through the dirt, but yeah, I'm leaving it to the last minute.
You need if you've got to walk through the dirt, then you need this map that I bought on the weekend from Aldi.
Oh, okay. We'll probably have none left now, though.
It's this magic map.
It pulls
When
all
you
the dirt.
It does. It's impressive. It gets the dirt off the dog's feet as they walk inside.
Well, let's. We've talked a lot about us in general tonight. Now, let's know a little bit about Tyler. You've got some good news today,
Yeah, I did.
which we mentioned before. We touched on.
We went unconditional on the house today.
So you've effectively become a homeowner,
or I've just got to wait.
or a
landowner.
A landowner.
I've got to wait 20-something weeks before I can move in.
Yes.
As long as we don't have too many delays.
Yeah, there you go. Could be a whole new set. Take over Tyler's lounge room.
You'll have to argue with Paige in that one. And fight with some dogs.
So, what sort of home you building, mate?
It's a small 4-bedroom. It is small. Like when I say 4-bedroom, people are like, "Oh, it's massive." No, it's not massive.
Has it got 4 bedrooms?
Yeah, 4 small bedrooms.
Yeah.
Or two larger bedrooms and 2 tiny little ones that are probably going to be repurposed into offices, or a office and a spare bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
And then got double car garage, small little backyard. It's close to the dog park that we go to all the time, which is good. So
yep.
And yeah, pretty happy. So can't wait.
There you go.
Just be cool to have our own space. That's
pretty lucky considering you spent your house deposit on a Skyline not too long ago.
Yep.
He saved up his house deposit, spent it on a Skyline, but then was still able to get a home loan. Thankfully, because the government up their home owners thing, right?
Yeah. Well, not necessarily that. The government put forward a builder's grant of $25,000, and then so that's the federal government put forward $25,000, and then the state government of Queensland offers up $15,000 as well for first home buyers.
Yeah, right.
So you combine them together.
So 15, 25, 40 grand.
Yeah.
40K towards it. And then the builder gives you a bit of kickback too. Did you get that as well, or didn't need it?
They are putting their own money forward.
Yep.
So
there you go. So if you've got good credit history, it's important to have a good credit history.
No loans was the one thing that I got told.
So
we don't have any loans, afterpays or anything like that. So
yeah, so you're very lucky you don't have any loans. So there you go. Paige said no.
Yeah, they're not sure about that. Let me see. The Hoffs need to do content to appeal to a larger audience, but that doesn't interest me much. I think that's fine. You just sort of do what you do, and the viewers will come anyway. So
yeah, I think you have to do what you enjoy doing, right?
Yeah. If you don't enjoy it, people will know. So
yeah, we try as much as we can to do what people want to see, but we also do what we want to do on the weekend too. So, and I think, and it's the same. I know for Scotty and Chris, they're doing what they want to do with their cars and enjoying what they want to do, and actually pretty good to watch. So I do like watching that.
Mel says never pull your deck early, Dave.
I know. I've done it a few times, and you learn from that lesson.
And then some congratulations from Mel, Sally H, Gary Sparkplug, James Bayliss, Adam Geary. Keep scrolling down. Trevor Smith says, have you planned out underground power entry lights and PowerPoints, etc., Dave?
No. I'm gonna be my own electrician. But I will do that. I've already got some power that I've already run across to to the back fence for where the spear pump is, and then I'll just split off that and run that into the shed. Not going to have 3-phase or anything like that. So, anyway, we'll back to our story.
Mm-hmm.
The Vietnamese are buying the Holden test track.
VinFast.
Mm.
They're a little-known Vietnamese car company, and they're believed to be the winning bidder for the Holden's test track.
Have they told us what the winning bid is? I know it's...
Not sure yet, but however, a local green group is continuing to lobby for the preservation of more than half the site for environmental conservation. The iconic test track is on the southeastern skirts of Melbourne and is being sold after GM announced in February it was axing the Holden brand from the end of this year.
The sale should be announced within coming weeks, but it's believed that the winning offer was over $20 million.
There you go. It's been bought, as we mentioned, by Vietnamese startup car company VinFast, which is owned by one of Vietnam's richest men, billionaire Pham Nhat Vuong, and is believed to have outbid other candidates, including transport magnate Lindsay Fox, who also owns the vast Anglesey vehicle testing facility southwest of Geelong.
877 hectares and 2,167 acres, 18 kilometres of perimeter fencing. It was all completely fenced. 44 k's of vehicle testing tracks. So there's a combination of lab and proving ground infrastructure. Heaps of bits and pieces.
James Bayliss says, I'd highly recommend a dedicated power run, Dave.
We should. Maybe I should look into it. I was just gonna piggyback, do it myself. Shonky backyard work, you know. Next story.
Mm-hmm.
Hyundais.
Yes.
So
And it's about a ship.
So there's a few of these.
Yeah, 4,000 of them. Hyundais and Kias.
And they look just like that right now, right?
Not quite.
What do you mean they don't look like that?
They have been sinking in the sea for almost a year now.
They have. So they don't look like that. They look more like that. Oh, bling bling. What was that?
That was Steve. Steve Wild dropped us $40. Thanks, Steve.
Thank you, mate. Thank you.
Just wanted to get a donation going for more great YouTube content. Sorry, not comment.
Thank you. Jump on the back of that. It's your chance to jump on there. Do a big highlighted comment and show us what you've got to say as well, and throw us a couple of bucks our way.
Adam James says there were talks that a Chinese company were going to buy rights to the Lion Badger. There you go.
Oh,
Interesting.
all the signs are down now. Lots of people trying to scramble to get photos with the Holden signs before they're pulled down at the dealerships.
Mm-hmm.
So these cars going cheap, mate, out of the ocean now?
Don't know if they're going at all. The MV Golden Ray is the name of the vessel that suffered an accident near the coast of Georgia, United States in September 2019, and it carried 4,200 cars of South Korean firms Kia and Hyundai. And that to this day, they still do not reach their owners and remain sinking along with the ship.
It already takes a long time to get a new car these days, right? But then when they go sink them out off the coast, that makes it a bit harder.
And these vehicles were declared as a total loss, so the Hyundai Group will be able to collect their insurance, estimated at more than $149 million.
Wow, that's how you pull an insurance job, eh? If you're going to do it, go hard. Sales have been down, due to COVID. Was that the plan?
I don't think so.
Sales are down. Let's just sink a ship.
They'd already sold them, so.
Oh, okay.
I believe. By the sounds
well,
of
then
maybe
they sell
they've
them
already
twice.
sold them.
It's like selling them twice. We're onto you, Hyundai. We're onto you. Next minute, we've got a lawsuit. The things Tyler worries about. Hyundai. I don't think they're watching us. It's okay.
Never know. We talk about them every week.
They could be all over it.
If you're watching Hyundai, make sure you give us one of those models to test drive.
One of the ones off the bottom of the ocean.
Yeah.
You want to just see what it
See how it runs.
That'd be a good video.
Mm.
Restoring a Hyundai i30N from the bottom of the ocean. Hey?
Matty Crick dropped $8. Overtaking Lane rules. Thanks, Matty.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. Appreciate it.
The Hoff wants to do OKE 020 V4 build. Back to streetcar 7-second E85 thing.
Oh, what would... Wow, that's the bamboo. So, what would you do with the 2J out of that then? Because that's a fast car.
I'm assuming V4 means version 4.
No, he's putting a V4 engine into it. Because he's got one sitting there. You're not a big fan of the V4?
I just thought that you maybe have had a little bit too much to drink.
Possibly.
And thought that maybe that was, you were like, oh, he's got a V4.
I've always had a few too many to drink.
What's your favourite engine? What's the best engine for your Skyline?
V4.
Is it a Gallo 12 or a Gallo 24?
Go V4, mate. V4.
You don't buy your engines from a pizza shop.
It's like a V-twin.
Is you going to convert it back to a wet block 2J? Not a V4.
Wants to get it out and take it on the street, hey? That would be it'd still be quick as.
Mm-hmm.
And what he could run on it. Actually, that's a good segue to then.
Some Bridgestone Potenza RE71Rs.
What do you reckon?
The street legal track spec tyres.
You said you wanted to get some new tyres for the Skyline at some stage.
I was looking at some Yokohamas.
You don't want to run these?
I don't know, I haven't looked into them. This is the first I've heard of them.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
You got a price for them? We're getting a phone call. Whoops. Can't take that now. Sorry. I can't answer. You'll be on the show.
No idea.
Oh, you're breaking it.
I'm trying to search for the word price.
I'll turn that down.
Cost.
No. I expected you to search a whole nother Google search involved in that. It's not in the story.
I'll do that then.
But the Bridgestone new Potenza RE71 RS tyres have gone on sale in Australia. They're positioned as an entry-level motorsport offering with Bridgestone's high-performance range. Stepping in for the previous RE71R, the new RE71 RS fills the range between the high-performance road focus RE003 and the S007As and the track-only RE11s. How'd you go? No prices.
Not yet.
They're not going to give them to you. According to Bridgestone, the RE71 RS delivers a 5% increase in wear life over the tyre it replaces and also boasting low noise during road use. So the new Ranger is a tread pattern design with 11% larger contact patch thanks to the use of high grip polymer compounds for enhanced dry grip in dry conditions. And I'll bring up another picture of them. That gives you a look. There you go. Nobody's giving you the prices, are they?
No. I've got to...
They don't want to tell you.
No, I've got to inquire.
Yeah, it's POA, price on application. They don't publicise that.
No. Dave Bonello says, what sizes do they come in?
You do have that, don't you?
They range anywhere from a 185 55 R15. In the 15s, they go up to a 205. 16s from a 195 to a 225. 17s from 215. to 255. In the 18s, it goes from 215. You can also get a 245 45 R18, but in the 40 R18, you can get a 215 up to a 255, and then in 255 35 R18, you can take that all the way up to 295.
Yep.
You can get a 245 40 R19, or 225 35 R19, all the way up until a 285 35 R19.
What about your 20s? You've got a set of 20s, haven't you?
No, you do.
Oh, I do. What have you got?
18s.
Oh, you got 18s, yeah.
You can get a 255 40 R20 or a 285 35 R20.
285. No, yeah, I'm running 275 35 at the moment in the Nitto Imbos. You know we've got to go see Dave Bonello on Thursday, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You did mention that to me.
I did. Yeah. Come see you Thursday morning. Was it 8 o'clock? 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
Is that what I told you? 8 o'clock.
I think so.
8 a.m.
Dave says front tire only.
Front tire only for him. Yeah, no 3 4 5s, mate. So next story. You want to move off that? Have we got anything else?
Sounds good.
Hiluxes. You wanted to know about Hiluxes, right?
In a second. Zig said he had to get new rubber for the Chev because the 16-year-old Kenda's sidewall cracked and only 25,000 Ks on him.
Ooh.
And Jordan Senor says apparently those Nankang semi-slicks are pretty good. Don't quote me on that. I think Anthony with the Gorn WRX, the EG33 twin turbo, I think he runs Nankangs on there.
I got the Kendas on the HJ. They were on it when I bought it. I don't know how old they were when I bought it, but I've never put a set of tyres on the HJ yet. And yeah, they've been okay for me, Zig. So.
JZ Life says Invo are a good tyre. That's what you've got on the Ute.
Yep. So I think they're a 200 tread wear. I'm pretty sure, and I need I need more than a 140 tread wear to run in the class I'm running for road trip for the 275 street class.
There you go.
Whatever it is, something like that. Anyway, Hiluxes. What's going on with Hiluxes, mate?
Yes.
Yes, they are.
The hybrid version of a Toyota Hilux Ute is on its way.
What?
Are you going to get yourself a hybrid?
What? Hiluxes.
Zigs were dated 06.
I actually should have a look. 06. Yeah. They say, what do they say, 5 years is what you should change them out anyway, and you've got to watch it. You don't get something that's old out of a warehouse. But actually, I haven't looked. I better go and have a look. Not right now, but
for anyone trying to find Ratfink on YouTube, you can just if you hover over or click his name, the 3 little dots on the side, you can click that.
Yeah, and you can check out his cars. You can see his bikes.
Mm-hmm.
You can go along to Daytona Bike
Week
with him.
He's posted some links in Discord as well.
Yeah,
it's another place you can drop a link in there, Ratfink as well.
Under the promote yourself channel.
Zig says that's well past their use by date.
Definitely.
Is what he's saying.
Definitely. Anyway, the petrol electric passenger vehicles are a bit of a focus at the moment, right?
Especially for Toyota. They're pretty big in the market, so this is sort of their thing.
And the Hilux is a big selling brand, right? And when you talk hybrid, you some of the power that they're getting out of some of the hybrid cars is quite significant, isn't it? Not that there's any special power ratings we can tell you about the Hilux, but it's certainly going to have a decent range. I would imagine if it's got both.
Yes.
But it's definitely a massive focus for Toyota. That's about all the information I've actually got on it, Tyler. I don't know if you got anything else. Just that it's a big focus that they're going to bring out a hybrid Hilux.
No, I haven't got anything else there. But they have promised that the cleaner Hilux will still do everything a Hilux needs to do. That's their claim. So
will it survive like the one off Top Gear?
I don't know.
Have you seen the one on Top Gear?
I have seen that
where it crashes it into everything and then puts it in the ocean?
Yes.
Yeah, you've actually watched a lot of Top Gear, haven't you?
I have.
That's something you've finally watched.
I think I've watched like 18 seasons of Top Gear or something.
Yeah. Okay. You think we should make our show a bit more like that? We might be more interesting.
You need a couch then. And a table with actually an engine, glass on top.
Oh, that can be
less
arranged.
static.
I've got no static on this side. I'm all good.
There's a field over here and all I can do is crackling.
I'm fine. Anyway, what were we talking about? Hilux is on Top Gear.
Yeah.
So I think Toyota should certainly ask us to test the new hybrid version in that same manner. What do you think? Yes.
Yeah, Toyota, send us one out.
And if everyone emails Toyota and all those 3 emails get to Toyota, they'll act.
Yeah, go and do it. Spam them.
4 times. Next story. Talking electric.
Jordan Senor says hybrid 4-wheel drives will become mainstream soon. Most people won't be able to pass up the fuel economy for a work ute.
Oh, I think he's 100% right. And electric vehicles are getting a bigger uptake at the moment, and there is a lot more interest in electric vehicles at the moment through the whole COVID scenario that we got. And I don't know whether that's because we're driving a little bit less and we think we can get away with it or what. I'm not sure, but it certainly is. There is a bigger push now for electric in Australia than there has been before. Maybe they just seen us talk about it a couple of times on Overtaking Lane. So anyway, Lucid. What about the Lucid Air? Have you heard about that? No.
I think we talked about it last week.
We did talk about Lucid, but
sorry, we've just got more comments from going through.
Yeah, okay, go to the comments.
Chris Young says in app form you don't have the option to go to channel, just block or report, but I will find you. There you go. You don't have the option to
go. Oh, yeah. If you, that's on the dots on the side.
Matty Crick says, "Have you watched
yeah.
Vikings?" I've watched a few episodes. I haven't gotten through much yet.
He's right. How do you go to someone? I know you can do it.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I know there is a way, but yeah, I can't do it from a Streamlabs.
No, it doesn't. It just comes up report or block for me too. You used to have an option to go to channel.
Have you watched Vikings today?
Oh yeah, I have. Yeah, I actually like the last couple of episodes to watch on Netflix. I haven't watched the last few, but I'm not a big fan of it. Once what's his name? Now I've gone mental blank. The cripple son took over. Sort of. I don't know. He's not as good. Anyways, I've got a complete mental blank on that. It's not working for me either.
Marv said you need a third person to be Top Gear. Someone like Clarkson that is like an ape, a brain-dead Muppet perhaps.
We'll get Uncle Bobby back in.
I think Marv was insinuating himself.
Possibly.
Lynn says you used to be able to go to channel, but they changed it.
Yeah, he used to be able to do it. Jump in our Discord. Anyone can promote themselves in there as well. Drop your links, drop your videos whenever you put a new video out.
Promote yourself channel.
Yeah, that's there for you guys. Go nuts. Put whatever you want in there.
Well, not whatever you want. Read the rules.
Well,
Anything outside the rules, don't post in there.
no,
It's just essentially
Renault
as long as
Gracie?
it's not like super offensive or
no, but
Yeah,
you can
so-
put your own YouTube content in there.
yeah, of course. But you said put anything in there, so I was just making sure we're not.
Okay, we're on to that. Anyway, fast charging is what we're talking about with the Lucid this week. So, and I can't remember what we talked about last week on the Lucid, but it was about taking on the Tesla. And I think they had a massive range, around 570 Ks or miles, might have been. It's a range per charge. But now it's about the super fast charging.
Mm-hmm.
So it is going to do 20 miles per minute is what the charging rate is. So 300 miles in 20 minutes
There you go.
you can charge to. So this is actually makes an electric vehicle a lot more... I've got a mental blank. Can't even think of the word I'm looking for. A lot more...
Appealing.
Yeah, that's it. Thank you. Thank you. It does make it a lot more appealing because you don't want to wait for those massive charge times, right? Especially if you're getting a bit low and you want to get somewhere. You don't want to sit and wait for 6 hours for your car to charge up.
No.
But it's got a massive 900 volt charger in it, which has a peak charging rate of over 300 kilowatts. So in comparison, the Tesla's V3 supercharger can pump out 250 kilowatts, which comes out to around 15 miles per minute. So, this is 20 miles per minute, so it's an extra 5, but it's certainly it's on its way, right, to making this a super exciting vehicle, in the realms of what electric can do. What do you reckon?
It's pretty good.
Is that it? Is that all you got?
Yeah, it's pretty exciting that they're getting the charging ranges up. That's sort of like the big complaint that everyone has, other than the fact that they don't make any noise. Other than they go, woo, something a bit like off the Jetsons. Probably not even
I
quite
thought
like
they
that.
did make noise now. Didn't they?
Yeah, from the
did we do
from
a
the
story on that?
speakers. From the speakers, it doesn't count.
We
The
talked about that
speakers.
last week, right?
Yes, we did. I don't remember which one we were talking about. Zig says all
So we
petrol.
talked about that last week. There was
You're right over there.
Hey?
You're right over there.
Yeah.
Zig
Sorry,
says all
Bobby's back.
petrol heads raise your hands if you're interested in becoming a spark head. Maybe if I get a hybrid like a P1 or a Ferrari LaFerrari or something, maybe I'd be interested, but not at this stage. The Hoff says brushless RC is quick, but I still take the nitro. Jordan Senor says he's an auto lecky and he's in for it. All the fixes he'll need to do on hybrids if the manufacturers release the information.
Is there any interest out there for in RC? Because we're going to probably pop out and film some RC drag racing.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to check that out. What do you
James
reckon?
Baylor says, hey, 12V Dave is back.
Only 9V. Run on a 9-volt battery, this fella.
Gary says, smooth transition there, Dave.
Just well worked in, wasn't it?
All right.
Would you go? What's going to tempt you to go electric?
No petrol.
Hey,
No petrol.
the fact that you've got no petrol.
If there was no petrol ever. Like if that was it, we just run out and then there was nothing, then that'd tempt me to go electric. I haven't had enough of my petrol car.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm certainly not trading up at any time soon. But for a daily, not for.
Maybe if they get internal combustion electrics.
Oh, I won't even buy a new car because I own my car, and even if it is, I don't want to fork out any more money. I don't want to have a car loan. So
Skidpig says it's Mario.
Uncle Bobby
And Mal says, looking better, Dave.
doing well, hey.
Trevor
Doing well.
Smith says Dave's drinking mask.
Costumes always come out. At the end
Zig
of a
says
big
that's
night.
cool stuff. I built my RC for that 20 years ago. There you go.
Yeah, actually, I think you got some RC videos as well, Zig. I
Chris
reckon I've seen some of those on his channel.
Chris Young says I got 3 petrol cars and one 1/18th electric car that goes 30 mile per hour. Dave Ray says looks like a Muppet Show character. Shane Kane says have you covered? B is for build body swapped modern Mustang tribute build seized over the Eleanor trademark. We did that story as well.
Yeah, we did. We did cover that. I don't remember what episode that was in.
Marv says only room for one Muppet on this show. Crazy VN says, hey Tyler, how did you get Newburn from Finnegan's show?
Yes, he did have this exact same one actually. If you have watched Finnegan's, if you're a follower of that, you would have seen him looking a lot like this in the back of the ramp truck.
Dave Bonello says, how much to charge an electric? No idea.
Well, we talked last week about the fact that they're going to do a package of, like being able to buy a Tesla house battery and the car and stuff all in one, right? So, all right. Well, that's enough about electric. Let's.
Do you want one of these, Dave? Would you like a G-Wagon?
If someone would give me one, yes. Yes, hell yes.
The mad scientists at Poseidon have done it again. A 940 horsepower Mercedes AMG G63 will give the supercars nightmares, says carbuzz.com.
Oh, look, I certainly couldn't afford to buy one of these. But would I own one? Yes. They're cool as.
So you can take, for example, Poseidon. They've their Mercedes AMG GT63S that was turned into an 880 horsepower monster of a sedan, or the A45S hot hatch that's as fast as a Ferrari. They've now done a 940 horsepower Mercedes AMG G63.
That's insane, isn't it?
It develops almost as much power as a Bugatti Veyron and enough torque to move mountains. Says Carvaz, with 943 pound-foot of the stuff.
You could literally jump a mountain on that. That's insane. I really think that is. That's insane power for one of these. They are a nice car. We've seen one. We saw one at the Sunday Sesh. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
We're at the Sunday Sesh show and there was one up there, and it's pretty nice looking, right? You don't see too many G-bodies getting around.
No, not really.
Now, they're already pretty expensive.
Yes.
Now, what's it cost you to get into a 900 horsepower one?
Good question. They don't put that in the story.
That'd be right. I ask all the difficult questions, don't I?
Yep.
They don't tell us. I don't know. Is that a good step up from electric? What do you reckon?
Pretty cool.
Anyway, is that it? Is this all we got?
Let me see the chat. Adam Geary says, pity the puppeteer. Jordan Sinor says, A45s are quick. Matty Crick says, fridge on wheels. Jordan Sinor says, does it come with warranty? Don't know. Jamie says, is that Merv Hughes' older brother?
It looks a bit that way, doesn't it?
Mal says Mercs go okay. Yeah, I wonder who owns a couple of those.
Yes.
And Chris Young's going to take one of his petrol cars out this afternoon as they have sun. There you go.
Oh, there.
We're into the next story now. Another Mercedes story. Lots of Euro news.
I do have another Mercedes story.
The Mercedes F1 car for the road takes shape. It turns out building a Formula One car for the road is a lot harder than bolting on a set of headlights and number plates. Mercedes AMG are still chipping away at the one, almost 3 years after its public debut at the 2017 Frankfurt Motor Show, and 2 years after its original on-sale date.
That was Lewis Hamilton there unveiling it. at the motor show.
Mm-hmm. It's powered by a tiny 1.6 litre V6 engine, bolstered by turbocharging and hybridization. The Project One promises more than 735 kilowatts or 1,000 horsepower. That's a lot. Out of that tiny little motor.
Not bad, eh?
And I wonder how much of the electrics are
Out of a
pulling out there.
1.6.
Mercedes says the road-going cousin to its championship-winning machines will hit 200 kilometres per hour in less than 6 seconds, making it one of the fastest accelerating cars in the world. Only 275 examples will be built, with 8 coming to Australia. Local customers paid $500,000 deposit to secure a place in the queue.
Wow.
It's officially priced from $3.74 million, and our local customers can add almost $2 million in GST, import duty, luxury car tax, and stamp duty.
So you had to drop $500,000 just to put a deposit on it.
Yeah, and then you got to pay $4 million and then plus $2 million in taxes.
And how many people have done that? Apparently 275 if they sell them all, right?
Yes. Just 275 examples, with 8 of them coming to Australia. So it's 8 people paying $6 million each.
Wow. So Mal's getting a new Mercedes.
Mm.
Good job, Mal.
And changes to the Australian road rules allowing left-hand drive supercars on public roads were mooted when the car was revealed, though those plans have been shelved. Mercedes originally said that customers would receive cars in 2019, but the latest word is that the first production machines will be built in early 2021.
Not bad. Looks all right.
Mm.
And I don't know if it's going to be exactly the same as that picture, because that was the 2017 version.
Yeah, it's had a facelift since then, and the manufacturers has just started to performance test prototypes at full power, having focused on less exciting realities such as exhaust emissions and engine noise requirements. Mel says, "I need a shed to fit another Merc."
I got room. I got an extra bay down here, Mal. We'll accommodate you. I just, as long as you don't mind me moving it around when I need to.
Well, they've even got to get the Grand Prix motor to idle at a reasonable level.
I'm hoping it's this one that you're storing here too.
The Grand Prix motor to idle at a reasonable level as a challenge, as Formula One cars idle at 5,000 RPM, which is an unacceptable figure for a road-going machine.
Idles at 5,000.
Yes.
A 308 does like 5,500. A top song. That idles at 5K. That is insane. All right. What else?
Matty Crick says looks good. Here is the 2020 Subaru BRZ out testing up against an EcoBoost Mustang.
A what?
An EcoBoost.
Well, hang on. A what? EcoBoost. 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 You got it. EcoBoost. I've told you to have the sound effects ready, mate.
Mere days after the next generation of Toyota 86 and Subaru BRZ were spotted by an Instagram user, the same camouflage prototype has popped up again in Michigan. It has a nice swirly wrap, as you can see, and that does a good job of hiding the details well. But based on what they can see, the upcoming joint venture sports car, they're already fans. This is from thedrive.com.
The idea is that you can't quite see the body lines when they put those wraps on. You can't. You can still obviously see the car, but you can't quite tell how the body lines are going to look.
Mm.
It's the best job you can do to disguise a car, right?
Yeah.
What do you reckon? You getting a new one of these Toyota 86s?
No.
That's what it is, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't want one.
Don't want an 86?
No, not a new one. Not one at all, actually.
All right. We'll jump to the next story for you. Not a EcoBoost.
Formula One cars to hit the bend in South Australia.
Formula One's going to South Australia, down to Adelaide.
Going to once again play host to the largest field of Formula One cars this year, with a wide array of models displaying various eras of Grand Prix racing on show at this year's The Bend Classic.
Yeah, so it's
September 5 to 6.
A lot of classic F1 cars.
Rat Fink says, Dave, that mask is crazy looking.
It's great, isn't it? Love it.
Rat Fink says, eco crap. A wide array of eras will be displayed, covering the 1950s all the way up to the early 2000s on Father's Day weekend. Models raced by Jack Brabham are among the ex-Grand Prix entries, one of which is the Repco Brabham BT26 from 1968. A disastrous season for the triple world champion, where he finished just 2 races. However, the car has a link with another Formula One luminary in the form of team boss Frank Williams, who bought it in 1969. Williams entered the late Pierre's Courage, who finished 8th in that year's World Championship, including a best of 2nd in the United States Grand Prix. There you go.
Interesting. It's good to see some motorsport coming to somewhere else other than Queensland as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
it's interesting doing these stories when you can't read any of them.
Hey? Oh, sorry. Carried away.
On to the next one.
We've got some classic cars, mate.
It's a 1960 Aston Martin DB4, which was once owned by David Brown. It's listed for $1 million in Melbourne. And guess where it was
$1 million?
Guess where it was listed?
Well, where else would you list a $1 million car? If I was thinking of selling $1 million car, where would I list $1 million car?
Facebook Marketplace.
Of course, because there's so many $1 million buyers on Marketplace, right? Although not being $1 million buyer, I'm addicted to looking at Marketplace. Every night I look at what's on Marketplace. I'll probably send you something most nights, don't I? Off Marketplace.
I think so. A different car or...
And it's really random, isn't it, when I send you off Marketplace?
It's never the same brand or anything.
Can you work out the theme of what I'm looking at?
Holden's, usually.
Is it usually Holden? Oh, no,
I don't know.
Innocent.
Oh, you're looking at cars?
I'll look at it. Well, it's not just cars. I'll look at anything.
Just car insurance.
I'll look at toolboxes and tools. And
shed related at the moment.
Yeah, lots of shed related stuff.
Jamie says, Tyler, if you ever need to talk, maybe just a quick chat to discuss Dave. I'm here for you. Take care, my friend. Grinding Gears, good evening. How we going?
Hey, Mavo. How you doing, brother?
Marv says, oh, come on. I have that money searching on Gumtree.
Well, you'll never find it.
Mel says,
that was your problem.
Mel says, I look at cars on Marketplace every day as well. But yes, this historic 1960 Aston Martin DB4 has been listed on Facebook Marketplace alongside second-hand laptops, furniture, and sports equipment.
Well, yeah, it just pops up in your news feed, and you're like, oh shit, yeah, that's not a bad buy, $1 million. Yeah, why not? I was just about to drop $21 million on a racetrack.
According to the Facebook listing, the car originally belonged to David Brown, who owned the Aston Martin company between 1947 and 1972.
Well, that helps because I had no idea who David Brown was.
Neither did I. The brand's iconic DB prefix is derived from his initials. So there you go. He reportedly sold the car after 1 year and it was shipped to Australia in 1962. The current owner bought the vehicle in 1979.
There you are. Well, if you're looking for something cool, maybe you can't find it on Marketplace. And if you don't find it on Marketplace, you're going to have to pop into the online auctions, right?
Mm-hmm.
You pop in there, you might just find this little bargain.
This rare classic Ferrari, a Ferrari 275 GTB.
Bargain.
In the US has fetched the highest price ever paid in an online auction. Well, you said this was a bargain. This 1966 Ferrari 275 GTB Longnose selling for US 3.08 million or Australian 4.3 mil.
Chump change.
Or you can pay for my house then.
No. Ego boost. 4.3 mil. There you go. So, is that a record?
For online, yes,
I
I believe. From what they're saying, yes.
Yeah, I was going to say, it doesn't sound like a massive number for,
No,
for
the
a record.
the highest price paid for any car at auction was a 1962 Ferrari 250 GTO, which sold for $48.4 million US.
It's not bad.
67.8 mil.
I should drive it
Australian.
more often. I haven't even started it for ages. It's just sitting out in the carport.
And rumours of another one of those 250 GTOs trading hands privately for US 70 mil or 98 million Australian have persisted since 2018 but remain unauthenticated.
Yeah, I'm not telling anyone whether that actually went through or not. Oh, funny. There you go. Big bucks. Big bucks. But if you got those sort of big dollars, right?
Marv says sold pending.
He's onto it. You're going to have to sell some wheels to get that one, brother. But if you got that sort of money, you might as well just buy yourself a brand new supercar.
Buy yourself a Gordon Murray Automotive T50.
Have you ever heard of these before?
No.
Oh.
I think we talked about it though
Last week.
I think we talked about these.
Did we?
I might be wrong. Beck's off. See you, Beck. Thanks for tuning in.
I've got short memory. Maybe we had it at the end of the show when I was starting.
I think
Losing my memory by the end.
I could be wrong, but I do sort of remember mentioning about it.
No, I don't remember nothing
Because
about
we
this.
talked about a GM supercar, and that's what it is.
Oh, Gordon Murray. But it's got an amazing fan in it. It's got a 3.9 litre V12 that makes 487 kilowatts without the aid of turbos. Revs higher than any production car offered ever to the public.
There you go. And the machine, this is your fan. The machine combines sensible rubber with a fan on the back that helps produce downforce. The huge fan pays tribute to the Brabham fan car designed by Murray for the 1978 Formula One season, which was driven to victory by the legendary Niki Lauda at its single competitive outing.
That's the fan there.
Oh yeah. They can't really see it though. It doesn't come that. It doesn't probably. If you're on mobile, you got no hope. It's at the back of the car and it's in the middle.
Which makes sense. This thing doesn't even weigh a ton. The whole car's like under a ton.
So you get power steering only when you're at parking speed, but it fades out when you're at a higher speed to offer a more direct steering feel.
Wow.
A carbon fibre chassis and carbon brakes help keep the weight down, and huge dihedral doors open upward to make it easy to enter and exit the car.
It has a manual transmission as well.
And if that all sounds magnificent to you, the price might give pause for thought. It's available to order from £2.36 million, or 4.3 million Australian plus taxes.
Cheap as chips.
Potential Australian customers can add $215,000 in import duty, $430,000 in GST, and about $1.4 million in luxury car tax, which brings the price to $6.35 million, or so to which Victorian residents lucky enough to enter an example can add about $570,000 in stamp duty.
This is the only new supercar that is in manual.
There you go.
Did you realise that when I said it's a manual?
You know that the
Ferrari, Lamborghini, McLaren no longer make cars with a manual
Oh,
transmission.
talking about no longer, yes.
Yep.
Marv says in that outing it lapped the entire field. There you go.
Wow.
Very well done.
Apparently it's pretty impressive, eh? Where are we at? Where are we at with our stories?
We're on the last story about Nightbot. Is that right?
Yes.
Nightbot?
Nightbot? We got a story about Nightbot.
The Segway 9 bot.
Oh, yeah.
Go-kart.
And just a shout out to Johnny and Marv. Get ready. Quiz time.
Marf's already there. He's waiting. The Segway 9 bot Go-Kart Pro Lamborghini Edition is one wicked electric ride. It's Mario Kart meets Lamborghini Aventador in this latest collaboration for the Italian car maker with former Segway maker.
Now, it's important because we've been talking about a lot of products lately that have had different collaborations, right? Different collaborations from people like, I forget who the whiskey maker was last week, but it was the whiskey maker. We've got the watches. There's all these people working with car manufacturers now, right? Mm-hmm. Now we've got Segway involved, have we? With Lamborghini.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
There you go. This is the Lamborghini that we could afford. No, actually probably can't. We still probably can't afford this one. So
it was Bowmore. If you put the glasses on, you can't read the story.
Am I meant to read this story?
I've been talking for the last 5 or 6 stories and you haven't said anything.
I got nothing.
You're not even talking into the mic. No one can hear you.
I just sit here and look pretty. But just for all those on the podcast, what you expect me to be an expert on go-karts?
I expect you to.
It's Mario Kart meets Lamborghini Aventador, mate. That's all I got. That's the whole bit. That's all I got.
It's an all-electric kart. It has a 432 watt-hour battery pack with 4 air ducts, and it said that you'll be able to go for 62 laps of a 400-metre circuit at an average speed of 40 kilometres an hour. It does have a 100-kilogram max weight limit, though, so obviously the lighter the driver is, the greater distance that they'll get out of the battery pack. The Segway 9-bot Go-Kart Pro Lamborghini Edition really takes go-karts to the next level. So is this the sort of electric kart that you were thinking about building, Hoff? The go-kart has been launched in China, where Segway 9-bot's parent company Xiaomi is based, and will set keen go-kart riders back 9,999 Chinese yuan, or around 2,000 AUD. So it is the Lamborghini you can afford. It's $2,000.
Yeah, I still can't afford it. Can you afford it?
No, I can't actually. You'll be able to pick one up at Australian retailers like JB Hi-Fi.
Where else would you go to get your Lamborghini?
No, you can pick up a standard one. You'll be able to pick up a standard one, the standard Segway 9-bot S go-kart. You can pick up one in JB Hi-Fi for around $17.99.
Yeah, if they drift like this thing in the video, they look actually, that makes them look pretty cool. Look at this drifting scene here. Look at that. Did you see that?
I did.
Now you want one.
Probably not still.
No?
When will I use it?
Anyway.
The Hoff wheel is not till after the quiz, Trevor. Once the quiz is done, we spin the wheel.
It must be quiz time.
Matty Crick says you got rum hanging off your fake mo, Dave.
Hang on, let me just...
The Hoff says looking at buying some mobility scooters soon for some shenanigans.
That would be funny. That'll make for some good content. It must be time for the quiz.
It certainly is. I'm going to join the
Where's your music? Where's the quiz music?
Good evening, Marf and Johnny. Oh, hang on. We got sound now. Dave turned it down on me.
Good.
How are we going?
He turned it down.
Yeah, he turned it down before because I kept making blings on the computer.
So for 3 weeks, I had nothing but torture thanks to you, Dave.
No. That wasn't. No, not. Can you hear Johnny?
I can hear Johnny this week.
Yeah, no. It was nothing to do with that.
That's why I'm shocked. I was like, huh?
No.
What?
No. It was just a sound that makes us be able to hear.
So,
Oh, that's great. That's great.
it's
So, apart from what we've seen with the news and everything, how have you boys been? Been a good week?
been busy. I've been pretty flat out with work, to be honest. I've done a few big days, a few late nights, trying to get some stuff done, and even today it was a pretty full on day, and then late set up for the show, rushing around like crazy. So, other than that, the weekend was great though. I did enjoy the weekend. Obviously, we missed out on drag racing, but I had a pretty laid back day on Sunday. And as you know, I posted in Discord the pictures of my barbecuing efforts on the smoker. But I must say that that was a relaxing day in the sense, just stoking the fire, keeping that going, and there's something about cooking over a wood fire that is somewhat calming.
It is, especially when you're kicking back with a lemon squash.
Yeah, well, actually, I don't think I had a lot to drink on Sunday. I had a few on the weekend. Sally might have had a few more. I think she was a little unhealthy on Sunday, but certainly a little unhealthy Saturday night. But no, I had a very good weekend. We did pop out for dinner on Friday night. Got out, and Sally and I went out for dinner. We had a really good meal, and then Sunday night was just amazing. The barbecue smoker, that brisket on the barbie, that's 10 hours on there. Way to go.
And 10 hours, yum.
Yes.
I will say to everyone else that's watching and who hasn't looked, please check out that Discord. And honestly, that barbecue brisket looks like some of the stuff you see out of Pitmasters.
How perfect was it? We didn't expect much for my first time. It certainly looked
tasty, that's for sure.
We really didn't expect much for the first attempt. But that was perfect. It was the smoke ring, the bloody tenderness. It was. It does help to watch about 20 hours worth of YouTube, and that's what I did actually. We've got we do have a TV up in the outdoor area, outdoor patio, and I sat out there tending the fire, playing more offset barbecue smoker bloody brisket videos on YouTube while sitting out there doing it. So. It turned out perfect. I couldn't have asked for better, but it's got me keen to do more. But it's a long process.
I do it with pork normally, so it's like you stuff that in the oven, or like honestly, when you do it like the Kiwis and do it in a hungy, nothing better. You just leave it there for pretty much the whole day. Come back, it's just nice and sweet, falls apart, yum.
Yeah, I reckon I'm gonna try some pork shoulder or a bit of Boston pork butt in there, and probably go for about an 18-hour cook on it. I reckon that'll fall apart.
Rat Fink says he cooks chicken wings on the smoker with cherry wood. Comes out great.
We did do some chicken wings. I did do that. We did. We had the brisket on. I got that on early, and then I put some ribs on. A little bit later, some baby back ribs, and then we did some bit towards the end because it only takes an hour or two with the chicken. We put some chicken wings on. We put some sausage on. And we just had heaps of leftovers, and we had barbecue for a couple of nights. And then actually, Mark Schwartz, he commented and said on my Facebook post, and said, I'll come around and taste it. And then I popped up to PJR on the next day, dropped in there because I had to meet Dave Wood up there. He said, did you bring me some up? And I said, I thought about it. And I actually did. I pulled it out of the fridge, and I thought I should take some up for Mark, let him taste it. And then I had a little bit, and I went, no, I'm not sharing that. I'm keeping it all. So he got
Sorry,
none.
Mark.
No, Mark, he loves his food.
Yeah. Sorry, Mark. We love you, but yeah.
It just wasn't happening.
Mal says you should do some 12-hour slow-cooked tofu for me.
I've actually been looking. I've been trying to find him some. I've been trying to find some recipes for Tyler to do on there. It's a bit harder. Pitmasters says Rat Fink. I've been watching a bit of Pitmasters.
I was checking out the Memphis last night. I was checking out the Memphis Memphis in May or something like that. It was the big cooking bloody barbecue festival they have. That was cool. That's all I got. Anyway, we'll stop talking about barbecue.
I'm just listening. I'm just absorbing all the barbecue talk here. It's beautiful.
My new passion.
And saying that, though, when it comes to barbecues and all that, you can't go wrong with some roast spuds and that too. Like you can roast carrots and all that sort of bit of pumpkin and sweet potato as well.
Yeah, I've got a few ideas for the next one. Corn, I think some corn in the smoke would go well too. And we've got to try and work out. We've got a mate, Adrian, who has Firing Line Gourmet Chili, who does an amazing job of smoked barbecue. Who does a recipe of drunken pumpkin?
He has an entire vegan menu now.
Does he really?
Yeah.
We need to try. We need to try and see if he'll share any of that content for you, Tyler. So, because I know you do enjoy the drunken pumpkin.
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea what's in it. Do you know?
No, pumpkin and beans. So I don't know how much or what order. Or it's a specific pumpkin, though. It's got to be a specific pumpkin.
Hoff's on Uber Eats now, making everybody hungry. Ratfink smokes kingfish. There you go. Fish dip. Oh, interesting.
There you go.
Blue meanies or gossps. Some mushrooms. They go well. Yeah, no, I've just got to wait now. The only problem with slow cook barbecue, the old low and slow, is I've got to now wait until I've got another window of having a whole day at home for a weekend to be able to do it again. So we've got a lot of videos and that lined up for this weekend, so it won't happen.
Along with the weather, the weather's got to be good and everything as well. I mean, you can't have a rainy day down there in Brizzy.
Yeah, no.
Well, saying that too, when you have the shed up too, wouldn't it be so big you'd have it inside there?
Oh, yeah, and we've got a decent outdoor
Put it
area.
out the window or something like that.
Yeah, we've got a pretty good outdoor area, so we could make it happen in the wet weather as well, I think. We got a nice spot out the back. We got it like undercover and stuff. Got it all set up there. And somebody wants to say, try the hobo pack. Yes, we'll try the hobo pack. That looks like a good one too. But making everybody hungry now. So we should get back to cars.
Yeah, Jamie, I need to get myself a barbecue.
I just got it off Marketplace. It was just a spur of the moment. I was planning on doing something in the we've got a pizza oven, and I was planning on doing something in there. And then I was on Marketplace, as I said earlier tonight, that I do have an addiction of watching Marketplace. And I've been watching Marketplace for a smoker for probably the last few months. And it did come up on the weekend. And then I went round to the guy's place. It was up at Coomera near Tyler's, actually. It was. I went round there, and he just kept coming out with more and more stuff. He's like, oh, here's some baking trays. Here's some wood. Here's some. Here's an electronic thermometer that's, cordless, so you could put your thermometer in meat and I could go inside and watch it. It was just all these things. You just here's a table I've made that sits underneath there in case any coals fall out. Like, he just kept coming with all this stuff, and I just said, yeah, no worries, I'll take it. Here's the money. I won't even bother talking you down because he just kept giving me stuff. So it was a great deal of Marketplace. And
wow.
And already, of course, it was already seasoned. I had the wood. Everything was there. I was ready just to start cooking. So it was great.
I love it when it's just set and forget like that.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Jamie says, is this the CWA AGM? Maybe you could knit me a scarf, Dave.
There's no CWA when it comes to old school wood-fired barbecue, right? Come on.
Trevor Smith says cars and kofta, Dave, perhaps. E85 marinades.
I reckon we'll get a few briskets or something going on the barbie for the shed warming party.
All right.
I know there's a decent box trailer fitted it all in.
I saw that, actually. I did see that on there today, Skidpig. I saw your post.
Yeah, we already got those plans for you. Don't worry.
Yeah.
I'll do a few more practice cook-ups and we'll see how it goes.
We better get into the quiz.
Time for the quiz.
Yeah.
It's let's test the buzzers. We'll go Skidpig first.
Johnny.
And Marv.
Barbecue.
Yeah. All right. Let me scroll up so I can see all my questions. Here we go. Question number 1. Let me turn this up. Sorry, you won't be able to see me as well. But anyways, question number 1. What is a road force balancer? Is it A, a workout machine that keeps mechanics fit? Is it B, your everyday neighbourhood tyre balancing machine? C, a new side of the force between light and dark? Or D, a special tyre machine that balances tyres more effectively? Marv?
I'm just going to say B.
B, it is not. Skidpig?
I'm guessing D then.
That is correct. It is a special tyre machine. A road force balancer is a special machine that applies force to the tread of the tyre for more effective balancing. It can also detect flaws in a rim and tyre and recommend match mounting the tyre and wheel to offset these imperfections.
I had to go 50-50 Eddie on that one.
Yeah, it was a bit.
Yeah, it definitely was one of each, one or the other.
Question number 2. What does it mean to turn a rotor? A, rotating it on the hub. B, to spin the rotor. C, putting it on a brake lathe and removing its imperfections.
Johnny.
It'd
be C.
That is correct.
That was an excited buzz too, Johnny.
Yeah, I was like, listening to what he's doing. Whoa.
He's like, I got the answer.
Yeah, you got it.
Question number 3. What is a parasitic draw? Is it A, an automotive mosquito that prefers petrol to blood? B, a slow fuel leak? C, a cooling system leak? Or D, a small electrical draw? Mark?
Johnny.
D.
D?
D, I said.
Yeah, I was just confirming that you said D.
Yeah, I thought you said B then. I'm like, no, D.
You gave him too much shit earlier about spinning his wheels, Marv.
Yeah, I have.
Question number 4. In the mid-1990s and early 2000s, Chrysler was famous for hiding car batteries where? A, in the boot. B, under the engine. C, under the driver's seat. Or D, inside the front wheel well. Marv?
I'm sure that was inside the wheel well.
That is correct.
Yeah, it was just like, I remember the Prowler and the PT Cruiser were two of the models, but synonymous of it. It was just, hang on, was it there or there? Yep.
Well done.
Because they did have a while where it was under the driver's seat too, but that was in a different period.
That's 2-2, guys. 2-2. Even money.
Question number 5. You are installing some already balanced aftermarket wheels and tyres. What do you need to add to prevent vibrations? A, sand the treads. Marv?
Wheel weights.
Already balanced.
Oh, yeah, duh.
Oh.
Right. Wasn't listening to balance.
A, sand the treads. B, new lug nuts. C, hub-centric rings. Or D, you must rebalance the tyres. Johnny?
It'd be C.
That is
hub-centric
correct.
rings.
That is correct. It is hub-centric rings.
Nailed it. Yeah. As it was just like, hang on, I misheard the question.
He's throwing in trick questions this week, hasn't he?
Oh, no, it's not even that. Just the tiredness. This baby's killing me this week.
Question
you got another 18 years of it, Mafia.
I know, man. I know.
Question number 6. What was the name of the owner of 782 Motors? Marv?
Oh, Ben. I've forgotten that one.
That is correct. It was Ben.
Real.
Question number 7. What do 782 Motors only sell? Marv?
Beat me to it.
Australian and American hot rods and muscle cars.
That's correct. And one more.
And also low riders.
Oh, low riders.
That's correct.
The motto is classics, low riders, and muscle cars. That's the motto on
that. That is correct. I'll give it to you because you didn't say Jap cars. Question number 8.
4-3, by the way.
Question number 8. What popular character created by artist Ed Roth did we see featured? Marv?
Ratfink.
Correct.
He may be in the chat.
It's
all about you, right?
Hey, mate. Thanks for giving me the answer, bro. You're an awesome. Pardon me.
5-3, Johnny.
Question number 9. When speaking to Chris, we spoke about what conversion is most common. What is it? Marv?
Johnny.
LSA.
Not LSA. You're on the right track. Johnny?
Oh, LS-based motors.
That is correct. All LS-based motors.
He's very particular.
It was what Dave said. Dave said LSA.
Very particular tonight, isn't he, the quiz master? That is 5-4. Johnny?
They did a LSA swap in one vehicle.
I would have said electric, but apparently it's not. Electric conversions is not their most
maybe electric air.
If you can get this one, Johnny, you can go push it to a tiebreaker. No pressure.
No pressure.
No pressure.
Question number 10. Luke gets pocket money from his dad to do what? Marv?
Johnny.
Editing the videos.
What was that, sorry?
Editing the videos.
That is correct.
Yeah, beat me to it.
He got ya.
Johnny, don't do that to me, brother.
Wasn't quite quick there.
If you were quick, you should have just buzzed in for the hell of it, even before the question ended.
I was trying to, but it just happened at the same time. But
he got you.
Right,
Now,
I'll do the bonus question quickly.
If you had got there, Johnny, let's see how you would have went in the bonus question.
The bonus. What vehicle did I mention at the start that I would love to buy? Marv?
Pickup truck.
Yeah, it's Chevy truck, but yes.
Yeah,
you're on the right track.
Yeah, the Chev truck.
Heavy pickup truck, and it was already sold.
He would have got you. That thing was nice. I don't know if you saw it in the video. That was a little bit later on. I think that was $45,000 that sold for. He doesn't give away the sold prices quite often. But
Is that the one that had that turbo hanging out the side?
No, not that one. No, it was the black Chevy pickup with the pinstriping.
Did the side-on shot first? Was that one?
It was right. It was the one right near the black Chevy van as well, wasn't it?
No, it was a bit more towards. It was a bit past that. It was sort of in the middle, a bit past that. But it was closer to that than the other one that Johnny's talking about.
I saw that angle. That's why I was thinking. Hang on, it was close to that. I didn't realize it was next to it or a couple of down.
Johnny,
I think
Tyler might put it in chat.
Over the fact. Sorry. I was more frothing over the fact that there was two LE Monaros there.
One of them's gone.
Yeah.
Half of all those cars that were in that video have sold since that video. So at least half of that showroom sold. I think 8 cars sold on that day while we were there. They were just walking out the door. It was amazing. I couldn't believe them. And I was surprised. Like that Chev pickup for $45,000. That was a bloody good buy. That thing was neat, and it was pretty nice, wasn't it? You were surprised at the price, Tyler, weren't you?
Yeah, I've been looking at them online, and they're like they're about that price for a rusted one.
That orange Mustang too. I think that was towards the start of the video. That was around 48 or something like that. It wasn't that dear either. It was extremely cheap. I think the last one that I saw sell was that methanol bloody injected beast that we were standing beside at the start of the video. That sold for about 85, I think that was. It was somewhere up there. So
the one car that I looked at and I was just like, wow, how the hell did that make it into Australia was the new gen Shelby Cobra, the Ford Shelby Cobra, the 2005 version.
Yeah,
I think how did that even? I thought that was just a prototype. I didn't even realize they made a production run of it. So I was like, what?
I believe Paulie was there earlier in the day.
States too.
Yeah, I think earlier in the day before we got there, Paulie might have been up there when Brad and Beck were there, and they learned a little bit about that car from Paulie. So Yeah.
Yeah,
Right,
but I knew about the initial part of it, like when it was a prototype, because during that era, 02
around
to
98,
05,
wasn't it?
no, a little bit before. Oh, yeah, 98 was when the first concept came out. So they had the three
Yeah.
projects, and they were named after flowers, all three of them. And you had Project Petunia, which was the Ford GT. The Cobra, there was Project Daisy, and someone will have to Google it for me, but there is a third one, and that one turned out to be the Mustang.
There you go.
Mm.
Brad just said Pro HK is sold too. Now I know that was advertised. I don't know what it sold for, but it was advertised for $265,000.
Holy moly!
And it'll get it because the guy only actually just bought that probably 6 months ago for about $260,000. So, and he's pushing it on again already. But that's I think that's running 8.3. I think is its PB at Willowbank, and it is immaculate. It's an immaculate HK, a beautiful car, and runs low 8 seconds on the quarter. So.
With the tyres on the arse end of it, no wonder.
But I don't know what it sold for, but it was the asking price was $265. 782 Motors have got all their prices on the website, so they're getting some new stock in now, obviously, because a lot of that's turned over. I think they had a Tirana popped up for sale this week, and
that was in the workshop when we were there, I believe.
The black and white one. Yeah, that was about 125. I think that listed for on Saturday. So yeah, they're open again this Saturday as well. From I think 8 o'clock. I think they're opening early this Saturday, 8 till 2. But if anyone's thinking of going there, I'll just throw it out there. If anyone is thinking of going there, go there now, because it isn't going to be open to the public like that forever. It will be something that is only for buyers. So like he's not going to just open it up for the sake of us to go in and have a look. Tire kickers. It is going to be something that will be by appointment only, and he might open it once a month or something. Like he was talking to us, it'll probably go to something that's like open once a month as a bit of a museum. Go in and have a look around, and there may be some sort of cover charge because it does cost him a bit of money. He said by the time he staffs it. He had security there as well on the door. Throw him a pen away. He had security on the door and everything, because I guess for COVID stuff, and they're getting people to sign in. So he put a few bucks in to have that day. So
and then the insurance side of things on top of all that too.
Yeah, that's right. And it was amazing. That building, he completely gutted that inside of that building and built that. All the brick walls and everything you see in there, that's real brick. So yeah, crazy stuff.
Beautiful from end to end.
And the murals, all the artwork along the side of the walls there too, amazing.
It was just a cool spot. I do recommend it if you're looking for something to do for your weekend and you've got an opportunity to pop on down there and have a look of a Saturday. It's only Saturdays that you get in between usually 10 and 2, but I think this weekend might be 8 and 2. Go and have a look while you can, because it's a cool spot. There was just everywhere you look, there was something. I think there was even a shot, like we drew it in the video, Tyler put in the video, a shot of the fan on the ceiling, because even that thing was cool. And there was a massive big controller over to the side that cranks that thing up, and it was just the stuff there was amazing. So,
yeah, the two things that really interested me about that place were the Brass Monkey Barbershop. I couldn't believe that you'd just put a barbershop in a big car showroom like that. That was just what?
And he did that at last minute. Yeah, he did that last minute. And I think the Brass Monkey thinks that's his reference to Beastie Boys, because he's a massive Beastie Boys
that
fan.
Led me to the second part. I was looking through that video so badly for the Beastie Boys themed New York wall, because I love their music back in the early 90s, mid 90s. It was like, oh, please. Oh, got disappointed. So.
Anything along the wall of where the barbershop is, that's the New York wall. But up the top of where the barbershop is and above where the antique room is, there was another room with all the oil bottles and all that sort of stuff. Above that is a DJ room. So we didn't get any shots of that, but you go upstairs and there's a DJ room and it opens those doors up and there's like, full on DJ turntables and everything. You can have massive parties and stuff in there. So he said he'll invite us down for a beer one day. So that'll be cool. I'll enjoy that.
Oh yeah, and you can cook up some of that smoked brisket and everything and feed everyone.
Yeah. So
all right, well,
thanks, guys.
We better make our adieu, and you guys do your what's on and wrap up everything, because we're
going to have to breeze through it because it's a big week.
Yeah.
It's a big week. We're going to have to breeze through the what's on. So thanks, guys. Well done, Marv, for getting through again.
Thank you.
Well done, mate. Hey, if there's any consolation, Mafia, maybe if Tyler don't want his tyres burnt out, maybe we could look at bringing the Skidpig around.
Mate, I've got 4 tyres there sitting there to be destroyed. So whenever, whatever.
Downside is I've only got 14, so I'll probably have plenty around here somewhere.
Yeah, I've got the 17s. It's okay.
We'll be doing a trip to Pittsworth.
Yeah, well, I've got to test a new engine out one day, so
we might have to all come up there and help you put it in
a few weeks.
We'll have to go for a search with some 14-inch tyres for him then.
We might have to be up there to help you put it in. A bit of extra labour.
Yeah,
a bit of a pit crew.
Yeah, bring some beers around and that.
Sounds like a plan. Hey, how good would that be? All right, guys, thank you for taking part in the quiz. Everyone else, jump in the Discord if you want to have a crack. See if you can get Marv, because he's nearly at 16 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, guys.
That was the big prize. It was always the big prize was always 16 weeks to go to drive a Lamborghini, which we unfortunately lost that prize. But we'll come up with something else. We'll burnouts in the Skidpig.
We already know what that is. We already know what that is.
Jordan Senor has dropped us $8.
Thank you,
Jordan.
George.
Good show tonight. Thank you.
I can smell the rubber here.
Yeah, I'm already smelling it and tasting it.
I'll put on a barbecue for you. Lots of smoke at the barbecue.
Yeah.
Definitely.
All right, we better get into the
All right,
what's
time
on.
for what's on. Thank you,
Otherwise,
guys.
I'll never get home.
All right. See you guys. Catch us.
All right, mate. What is on? Friday night?
What is
Munchies.
on? What is on the spin first? The spin.
Oh, okay. You do the spin. I'm going to jump into the events page.
It's spinning.
Mafiaboysworld.
Oh, 2 weeks in a row.
He's done it again.
Oh, he's on a streak. Oh, look out. He's pulled it off 2 weeks in a row. He's all the wins are going his way. The Hoff is out of favour on the wheel. He needs some more tuning. I'll bring the unit up for a tune, Hoff, when we book that in. I might actually have to ring you outside of commenting on the show and see if we can get that in.
All right.
Munchies is on Friday night.
Munchies. QR Friday Night Drift is on. There's a tough car meet and greet and feed winter edition at Pickles Car Auctions in South Australia, in Adelaide.
There you go. We've got something outside of Queensland for a change. Well done.
The Hoff says turn it up. On Saturday, Morning Mayhem August.
On Saturday?
Yep. It says Saturday for me.
What's going on there? Is that Saturday morning?
That's what it says.
Oh. I thought that was Sunday. It's usually on a Sunday.
I thought it was always on Saturdays, but...
Is it?
That's what it says here. Morning Mayhem August.
We're doing that Saturday morning.
5:30 a.m. Morning Mayhem is on.
Good. And then we've got to get back and go to...
we get a Sunday off then.
Well, I guess we do.
We'll probably film our other stuff on Sunday maybe. So you have a feel after that Saturday morning.
We also have to do some
film
stuff
session.
on all these the other products that we've got to test out and do a video about what's the difference between a battery maintainer and a battery trickle charger.
Mm-hmm. All right. We'll do that.
You know, are they the same? Are they the same
I
thing?
don't think so. No.
No, they're not.
Well, there you go. All right. Well, we better continue with this What's On, otherwise I'll never make it home tonight.
I know you want to get out of here, so keep going. What's on? What is on?
Caffeine and Machine All Italian Day 2020, 6:30 a.m. till 10 a.m. Auto House Storage.
Where the hell is that? Where is the Auto Horse? Where do we put out? Where do we put our Auto Horse there for a storage?
3 Perivale Street, Darra.
Get down to Darra to store your Auto Horse.
Steve says I might have to go to Adelaide. Thanks for the info. There you go.
Yes, down your way.
Breakfast at Joe's Diner, 7 a.m. till 10:30 a.m. That one.
Hamilton, up in that area. Obviously, the Jamboree was cancelled.
Mm-hmm. Morning skid pan at Mount Cotton is on.
You may be late on the tickets. You've got to get onto that sort of stuff early. But that's the Mount Cotton Driver
Training
There's
Centre. Also an afternoon skid pan on Mount Cotton. The Archers Smash Street Series official event is on 3 p.m. till 9 p.m. The Street Series is a good one to get into if you want to take whatever you want to run out there. It's dial your own, so the more consistent you can run in the Street Series, the better it is. It doesn't have to be the quickest. It's all about
that was meant to be last
consistency.
weekend.
I believe it got rained out as well.
Yeah, so they moved it only 1 week. Okay. Roll Racing's on.
6 p.m. till 10 p.m.
Roll Racing. There's a great video on the Roll Racing on Nugget Garage.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, that was a really good video, that Roll Racing vid. Well done on that one, Hoff.
Mal will be at Joe's. There you go.
Be up at Joe's. We'll be at Morning Mayhem because we thought it was Sunday, but it's Saturday.
Aces and Eights Supporters Ride is on Sunday at 9 a.m.
That's from Caboolture.
Sundown at Hotel Caboolture. There's an E.H. Holden Roundup 2020 at Sandstone Point Hotel.
Yep.
10 a.m. till 1 p.m. And the Captain's 40th Classic Car Carnival.
Jap. That's a Jap Classic.
There you go.
Do I know anyone with a Jap Classic?
Till 3 p.m. We know a few people with Jap Classics. So.
Oh, yeah. What, like classic boats? Is yours a classic yet?
Don't think so.
Oh.
Don't know. Maybe.
Well, it's what, over... I don't know.
There's some people with some rotors and...
How old is
Dave Reed, 24 years old.
24.
It's older than me.
It is. Jolly Roger, that's on the Gold Coast, the Jolly Roger. Check that out. All the events are on our
says
page.
Gary, hang on, cool.
Give us some comments.
Cool, Gary's mate may bring his LSA HK for the first outing. There you go.
Oh, yeah. Okay, that was at Joe's.
But yes, the Jolly Roger. That's all the events we've got on.
There you go. Let us know in comments if you've got anything else. But other than that, it is all on the events page on www.overtakinglane.com.au/events. While you're there, jump over to the shop and pick yourself up something, a little something. Buy some more hoodies, and then we'll have a new shirt range coming soon once we sell out of these hoodies. What do we do first, Tyler? Do we do a HJ shirt or a boat shirt?
I reckon we do a boat shirt.
The Southport Sailing Club or something.
Yacht Club.
Gold Coast Overtaking Yacht Club. Boat shirt. We'll have to work that out. Maybe the masses will tell us what to do.
Maybe.
All right. Well, that is another week. Thank you for everyone for tuning in. Big show tonight. Thank you for sticking out and staying for the whole show and seeing out the
sticking in the right lane.
In the right lane, staying hard, staying fast. Thank you to Uncle Bobby for dropping in. Thank you to Matty Loy for going on the show without knowing he was going to be on the show. And thank you to everyone else that was part of the show tonight by being in the comments section as well. So you guys are here every week, always making the show what it is. So we do appreciate that.
You do need a hoodie, Mal. And Marv says, "Where's my hoodie?"
Yeah, actually, Marv, resend me your address Can you? It's like, I don't know. I've forgotten it. And it's like so far to scroll through all the messages to try and find it. So resend it. I'll send me the address. Message me on Discord and I'll send it up.
There you go. All right.
Post it tomorrow. And then have you got a new song tonight?
I do.
You do have a new song?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
For the outro.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a different song. It's a song we've heard before, but...
Oh, congratulations.
It's a new song for the outro.
I was just testing you and you actually had, so well done. Thank you, everyone.
We'll see you in the next one.
Stay in the right lane.
I've got a ton of gravel in my shoes, world on my shoulders, a heart full of blues, and in the dirt, down in the dirt.